It's Wednesday, it's match day, and that means one thing and one thing only. You are tuned in to the correct place for your virtual match day. It's Talk Norwich City, and it's Luton Town taking on Norwich City this evening at Kenilworth Road. A massive thank you to One Football for sponsoring this watch-along. Their app is down in the description below. The go-to place for your match day, following along, whatever you like to do. All of the latest news and scores over there. A big thanks to them who just wanted to get involved because they love the watch-along and they love you guys. Chris, how are we feeling, my friend? I take it that's you're feeling good,
mate. I could not feel any better right now. Life is an amazing thing, and do you know what's even more of an amazing thing? Emi Buendia in as a number 10 and Magic Marco up top. Welcome to the Talk Norwich City watch along. I am buzzing to be back with the best Norwich City community on the internet.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And that's a lovely little segue into tonight's team. It's provided by the lovely people over at One Football. Link in the description. McGovern in goal, an unchanged backline. Jakob Sorensen, Ben Gibson, Grant Hanley and Max Aarons, an unchanged midfield of Tete and Skip. Roop's still out injured. It's all change in the line in behind Marco Stiebman. Emi Buendia returns from his suspension. Puemezo Apoheta and Martin keep their place. And Marco Stiebman stays up top because he's the only player that kind of resembles a striker. Chris, the big news, Max Aarons makes the game after looking like he picked up quite a serious injury, but he hasn't. And Emi Buendia is back in the side. A quick look at the Luton team who lost 4-0 to Cardiff last time out. James Collins, you will all know from him scoring a hat-trick last time we played them. Luke Berry, former of Cambridge, and the rest of them, not really too sure about, to be honest. Here are the current league positions. Norwich City still top spot after Bournemouth lost last night. Luton down in 15th place. 11 goals scored for them, 18 goals scored for us, 11 goals conceded from us, 17 conceded from them. Chris, confident, not confident? What are you thinking?
No, so what I would say first of all is Luton have got, I think, minus 10 goal difference in the league at the moment. I think that was actually prior to the 4-0. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am. Touch wood. We're not going to concede more than one goal tonight. It's going to be quite a cagey affair. I think Luton will do what, of course, every team will probably do against Norwich this season, which is try and sit tight, try and stay organised, try and hit us on the break. It's with no disrespect to Luton, but, recently promoted side, regardless of injuries, man for man, like I said against Coventry, we need to be beating these teams. We got two massive away wins in a row against Borough and Stoke. And at the end of the day, a point at home to Coventry on reflection because of the Bournemouth result leaves us still looking pretty at the top of the table. So I want the lads to bounce back today, and I want the team to get 3 points because there's those boys that aren't going to get starting places for possibly a lot of this season. So it's a chance for them to stake their claim. I'm really, really optimistic, Jack, but I do think it's either going to click or it's going to be utter dross. I don't think it's going to be anywhere in the middle tonight.
It was brilliant, though, to hear some positivity in the week, wasn't it, with Daniel Farke's pre-match interview, because the whole season it's just been doom and gloom, more players out injured here and there. This time, though, we weren't expecting to see Max Aarons tonight. We are seeing him. Kenny McLean's injury doesn't look as serious as first thought. Tim Krul's recovery is going as planned, so he should be back soon. Timu Pukki is looking hopefully fit and able for next weekend. So things are moving in the right direction. It almost feels like if we can get through the next 2 games without losing, we're in a really good place then.
Yeah, Jack, before we get back to the injuries and talk about those, I just want to make a public service announcement. As always, you guys know the drill. Tweet us and Instagram your TNC setup. Yeah, hashtag TNC setup, or just tag us at Talk Norwich City on Twitter and on Instagram, and we will retweet or share every single one of your posts as a thank you for your support. As always, we want to see the most creative setups, though. We've now got a new competition, which is who has got the best setup. Last week, someone had us up in what looked like a projector in a barn. So that's massive, guys. Get in your TNC setups, and I will retweet all of them.
Extra points for including the family pet as well.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, Jack, back to injuries. Yeah, look, it's sounding positive. It's sounding like it's going in the right direction. I spoke to Anel today, and and I'll read you his WhatsApp message. He said to me, yeah, he said, I've had a wee setback, but give me a few weeks and I'm going to be back before the new year. So there you go. That's a Talk Norwich City exclusive. You don't get that on any other fan channel or Norwich City media channel. So yeah, in terms of injuries, I'm feeling really optimistic. Timmy Krul's going to be back soon as well. To have Max Aaron starting tonight is fantastic. It's brilliant. Absolutely.
And I think even, we were deflated after that Coventry performance, because whenever you concede late on, you're going to be upset about that. I don't know about you. I felt it during the game. And I think looking back, I'm still feeling that it was a positive performance. I think considering how makeshift the side was, the introduction of Josh Martin, Marco Stiepermann up front, you've still got Jakob Sorensen in the defensive line. By the way, just looking at my iFollow, brilliant to see some fans back in Kenilworth Road. And quite odd, I looked at that, I was like, whoa. And then I remembered, of course, places with Tier 2 and Tier 1 can have fans back in. And I know some of you watching will probably have tickets for the game at Carrow next week, which is absolutely brilliant. Me and Chris don't. We will be doing the watch-alongs as normal. But yeah, Chris, I felt the performance, maybe not necessarily the result, but the performance was good last weekend.
Yeah, I think with the
considering the circumstances.
Yeah, I think considering the circumstances, there is of course an element of to coin a Daniel Farker phrase of me being greedy for the points. And I think when you're 1-0 up for so long in the game, and then you concede a very, very last minute, literally last kick of the game equaliser, it's really tough to take. However, in Coventry's last game against Derby, they did it again. So maybe that's the thing that Coventry are doing, and maybe we should be. And
we've had our fair share of late goals as well. Of
course, mate. So I think on reflection, as I say, because of the Bournemouth result, I'm feeling okay. I'm now over that last second equaliser for Coventry. It's a point at home. We didn't lose. We're still top. We're still unbeaten. But this tonight, Jack, is again this. I know they're newly promoted, but it feels like Borough. It feels like Stoke. That's not just because they're away games. It's because they're teams that are physical. And, we've seen this Luton team, bully us in the FA Cup already this season. So, Luton will have their shoulders back and their chest puffed out going to this game.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's get some comments. Michael Royal wondering what time kickoff is. It's 7:45. So what we got, like 7 minutes before the players walk out onto the pitch and hopefully pick up a result. Isaac with some nice updates here. Swansea currently losing, of course. Swansea following closely behind us. So that's good news.
Just want to say that the TNC setups are flying in. If you didn't hear it before, I will say it again. Tweet us your TNC setups or share them on Instagram, and we will share every single one as a thanks for your support. Liv Green has got us with a glass of white wine.
Wow. Absolutely white wine.
Love to see that. If you've not got a family pet, get your favourite alcoholic beverage.
Zachary Ramsey. Now, this is going to be interesting. He asked, my friend is new to the watch along. Welcome along, Zachary's friend. Can you give him a 1-sentence description of what it is? Now, I would describe it as a discussion around fish, beverages.
Basically, right, here's a good summary. I said this to someone today. We talk absolute shit until we score.
Yeah.
And then celebrations, or we concede and then we just rant. That's basically what we do. But it's really ideal because you guys don't really need to watch the game. You can just watch us, really.
It's a good excuse to get together and talk nonsense, thanks to the football that's sort of on lingering in the background. But thankfully, we've had some nice football to watch in the last few weeks. So there is a bit of football chat in between the other nonsense. Rob's always feeling confident. And why wouldn't you with that hair? 3-1 Norwich City, goals from Buendia, a free kick from Van Vrancic, and a header off a corner from Hanley. Very specific. Love that from Rob. And he is feeling very confident indeed. Lots of people on the other hand feeling like a draw would be a good result tonight. Zane, on the other hand, let's just smash Luton tonight. Love that from Zane.
Just before you go to comment, I've got a very special shout out. So Michael Dilly, of course, friend of the channel.
Oh, yes.
He actually watches all of the Talk Norwich City watch-alongs with his son, who is a massive fan of TNC. So big up to Michael's son. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the TNC watch-along.
Welcome along. The substitutes tonight for Norwich City sitting on the, I don't know what you'd call them. It's where the fans would usually sit at Luton. If you've ever been to Kenilworth Road, I would call the stadium characterful. It's a good place to watch football, though. I do like Kenilworth Road. It's a fascinating ground, and not too many like them in the EFL. So we've got to make the most of them indeed. Steve saying hello from Sudbury. Let us know where you're watching from this evening. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Neil, great to see the kit coordination. Indeed, we're playing in purple for the first time tonight. Me and Chris have got them. I love this kit.
Goodness me. Stop the press. Stop the press. Simon Collett, who, of course, famously won the TNC setup for the last game, has just tweeted this. He has got us on 5 different screens. I think he works in security, this man.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's quite something. Can anyone top Simon's TNC watch-along?
Chris, is Simon the man who had it on the screen with the hot tub?
No, I don't think so, but that sounds extravagant.
No, you said the projector.
Was he in the hot tub as well?
He was in a hot tub, yeah.
You're joking me. He was in a hot tub as well.
In a hot tub, yeah. So I'm starting to think if he's got 5 screens, he might be some kind of like inner Canary Wharf top banker. With, brilliant, absolutely stuff. Michael Royal, you have more viewers than NR1 Live this evening. Great to have everybody along with us for the ride. It's Norwich City against Luton Town at Kenilworth Road. Sam Martin, hello from Derbyshire. I'm saying 2-0. Boys, good luck, Yellows. Chris, let's get your score prediction in. Luton in 15th, Norwich City in 1st. A big opportunity to maybe put some distance between us and Bournemouth and Swansea, who are also losing tonight. And, of course, Watford with a tough game against Nottingham Forest.
Jack, tonight's scoreline is Norwich City 1, Luton Town 0, and Max Aarons is going to score against his former club.
Of course, yeah, Luton. Max is from Luton, isn't he? I think.
Yeah,
the academy there.
Yeah, he did indeed. Let's just get some last comments on the screen, Jack, before we
Jack,
go.
Mate, good to see you. No way, Norwich ain't smashing them, Jack. There's going to come a time when Jack is just converted into a Norwich City fan. We're gradually getting there with Jack. He claims he's a West Ham fan.
He's so in the closet, isn't he?
He loves Norwich City. Jack, hope you're well. Good to have you in the stream. Share it if you want.
Please.
Come on then, Chris. They're wandering out. Great to see them in this purple and black kit.
Of course, sported by the TNC watch-along champions themselves. Good to see a Luton fan in the house. Up the Luton. Welcome to the TNC watch-along. Get ready to lose. Nat Brett says up the Yellers. Absolutely love that. Jack, do you know why I'm more confident for tonight? Because we're not wearing the shower of shite, which was that blue and white kit. We, of course, wore that for the cup fixture and didn't get the result that we desired. So I'm feeling optimistic that we're wearing this saucy number tonight.
Did we wear that because this hadn't been released? Or have they just realised tonight that it's far better to wear this kit?
I think probably the latter, don't you?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. Any worries for tonight? I mean, still very much a makeshift squad.
Are you honestly telling me you're worried with Magic Marco up top?
Yes. Look, I think, to be fair, I know he didn't score, but I thought Marco Stiepermann actually had a fairly decent game against Coventry. I don't think we could have asked too much more from him.
Yeah. I mean, look, Marco's there normally to link up with Timo, isn't he? So he's doing a job. He's physical, and he's the right man for this game today against Luton. And you know what? People might jump on my back for this a little bit. My concern tonight is Mickey McGovern. I know people want to pretend that he's an absolutely exceptional goalkeeper, but I think I've always said it. I just think the physical presence of Tim Krul coming to collect from corners and stuff like that is going to be very, very useful against a side that will play for 4 corner kicks tonight.
I think the thing with McGovern is he would be first choice at a lot of championship clubs.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And it's just because Tim Krul is so good that maybe dwarfs Mickey McGovern a little bit. Is it just me, Chris? Yeah. Or does it look really dark at Kenilworth Road?
Yeah, it kind of looks like FIFA Street vibes, doesn't it?
Like I feel as if it's either the camera, they've got the wrong exposure, or a floodlight's gone off.
Wow, goodness me! I hope it's not another. Derby County, mate.
It looks like it's getting darker, or is my screen just going down?
The truth of the matter is, we're playing at Luton. So what do you really expect out of the stadium?
Well, I mean.
Nick Pepper says, tonight is the night PP scores. And I just want to say a massive thank you again for all of the comments. Jamie, he's always in with a chance, and he says, steady on.
Jamie's not a fire starter. He's a chance starter, isn't he?
And Christian Hubbard is a super chat starter. He says, in isolate, I think that means isolation. So definitely need this win to lighten the mood. Christian, sending all of the strength in the world, my friend. Thank you as always for your support for the TNC Watchalong. It's amazing to see you watching tonight. Thank you so much. Jack,
Chris, the floodlight has definitely gone here, by the way.
Wow, just play on, mate. They won't want to see Marco Steedman scoring against them anyway.
Let's just have a quick time check. 45 seconds from me.
Slightly behind, 44 seconds for me there, Jack, when you called that.
Okay, so I'll see us go 5-0 up before you do. That's fine. Loads of people going wild for Jack Mate in the comments. Yeah, we love to see Jack Mate in the comments, as always. A good friend of the channel and a top bloke from Norwich.
Yeah, speaking of top blokes, Gollins Vlogs is in the house. New profile picture, green and yellow with the bird on the V. He says, evening lads, stunning kit. Buendia in the number 10 role really excites me. You know what, Gollins Vlogs, I'll take it a step further. It actually genuinely turns me on. I cannot wait to see Emi Buendia rip Luton to shreds tonight. Well,
it's really nice.
Watchalong, where language is out of the window. Jack, it's 1 minute 30 seconds in. It's already been like a pinball game, this, isn't it? The lads are kicking the ball up and in the air. It's bouncing and ricocheting off their midfielders, off their defenders.
Oh, here we go. Poheta down the left-hand side. He could get in behind the Luton Town defence here.
He has.
Still going. Oh! I think you're quite a bit behind. Maybe give the old iFollow a little reframe. Yeah. Poheta bursting down the left-hand side. It was a good cross in. Emi Buendia just couldn't get to it. Loads of people saying Emi hat-trick in the comments section. I think that was after Jamie Lauder started the Emi Buendia chant. Lovely to see. James R., we're so up for this one. Luton are in for a rough night. My mum confirming, I assume due to the commentary, that there is indeed a floodlight has broken at Kenilworth Road. I thought it was that and not my eyes going. It does look awfully dark there.
Jack, timestamp.
Oh, it's a good cross. Oh.
Jack, timestamp 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
Boom. We're in sync. And Luton are going forwards here at some pace. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You can tell the Spotify dealer's rolled in Jack, mate, with 20 quid.
Oh, here he is.
We love it, Jack. Thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate it. And the Spotify, what do you call it? Rewind. Spotify Rewind came out today. Happy hour, 4th in my podcast listening. So it makes the Champions League spots. Thanks, Jack. Really appreciate it.
By the way, another local boy doing extremely well. Dead proud of Jack. Absolutely, his podcast and he himself has come on leaps and bounds this year. Absolutely crazy progress. So if you've somehow not listened yet to the Happy Hour podcast or follow Jack Mate, make sure you do it. Although he is a West Ham fan, so if you
he's not.
Just tell him that he's a Norwich fan. Let's tweet him after this and make sure that he becomes a Norwich fan, folks.
Chris, I did want to quickly bring up, and if anyone hasn't seen it, it's well worth a read this evening when you're in bed, because it will be something that puts you to sleep in a nice way. Have you read Paul Lambert's quotes from last night?
Oh, mate, it could not be better. There is nothing more I love in my spare time than watching the blue and white rot. I absolutely love it. Long live Lambert. He's in the Hall of Fame for a reason. He is seeing that club seemingly into League Two. It's relegation form at the moment for Ipswich Town, Jack.
I don't understand why he's getting such a hard time. He's taken a bottom 6 League One club into the top half of the table. A good draw against fellow relegation rivals Oxford last night. Think they mustered a couple of shots on target, which is brilliant. Long live Agent Lambert. That's all I'm saying.
And all I'm saying is it looks like we've already made progress with Jack May becoming a Norwich fan. He says, ha, 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 rip the West Ham shirt off. There might be a yellow underneath it. You know there is. You know there is. Absolutely.
Especially when we're playing football like this, Chris. 4 minutes in, just knocking it about like a vintage Spain at the moment. It's, you know, when they played in 2010 without a striker. And it was Iniesta pulling the strings, wasn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. And they never looked like scoring, but they did. And this is what we're seeing so far from Norwich City. Obviously, it's slightly dark, as Jack's rightly highlighted, but never mind. Emi Buendia is already putting them on their asses, which we love to see. And
Chris, what I really like about this is as I said last time, it's a mismatch of players here, but we're still playing with our game plan. And it does feel as if Norwich City under Farke is less about the players and more about the system, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, I don't know why you would change. We've got a very clear philosophy. We bring the game to the opposition. I don't, it's not arrogance. It's just it's the culture of this football club. We're not going to sit there and change the way we play for the sake of a couple of games with injuries. The boys are absolutely capable enough to go and get the 3 points tonight, regardless. 100%. And here we go. Marco Steedman threads a ball through. Oh, that video goalkeeper. Oh, see.
Pass back.
It's not a pass back. Here's a big shout. Talk Source. Lovely profile picture. Dreamy one. They say, get Gary Doherty up front. You know what? There's nothing more I'd love to see than the Ginger Pele up top.
In their prime, would you rather have Gary Doherty or Marco Steedman up front?
Oh, Gary Doherty all day long.
Really?
Mate, there's absolutely no competition.
But he wasn't born to score goals, was he?
You are, sorry?
He wasn't born to score goals.
Oh, no. To be fair, he wasn't, but he did play up front for Tottenham and score at that level. So, I don't know, not really much comparison there, Jack. Jack,
as you can tell from the chat, 7 minutes in, not much has happened. I don't think any side has had a shot so far.
A player that you weren't so happy with against Coventry is PP.
No, I really like this performance. I think the Coventry performance was his best one. I haven't been happy up until that point with him.
Okay. Well, I think he is a player that we need to see the best of tonight to get these 3 points at Luton. Josh Martin, of course, you know what? This might sound wrong, but I've got no expectation on Josh. He's just in the mix. He's a youngster. I know PP's young as well, but I just really want to see more final product from PP tonight. And I think there is latent potential, and I'm really excited to see it as Luton bring the ball forwards on the edge of our box now. They're whipping across into the box, and it's gone out for a throw-in.
Still in play, I think.
No, they kept him.
I think that's the threat for Luton tonight. We know what James Collins is all about. He's already scored 3 against us this season. I think he scored 4 in 2 games against us. An aerial threat. By the way, that number 14 for Luton, them socks are criminal. They're worse than Grealish's.
I mean, I was going to say the Barnet, but,
Well, the Barnet and the socks. You can have them.
Josh Martin there. Oh, that's unlucky. Lovely bit of skill, and then unfortunately gives it away. Quite high press at the moment from the lads. Lots of energy in the middle of the park, which we like to see, as it's booted back out from the Norwich player all the way back to the Luton goalkeeper. Let's go to the comment section. By the way, we haven't even asked people for their predictions yet. As Michael Warden, lovely to see you as always, my friend. He says, "Yummy! I can hear your voice in the Barclay from here, Michael. Top man. Welcome along to the Watchalong. We love to see it."
Chris, this has been a fairly frantic start to the game. Luton looking to take the game to us. We're looking to take the game to them. I can feel an early goal in this one.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't. Neither side has had a shot yet.
Yeah, exactly. I can't. I definitely am not feeling an early goal, Jack. But who knows? Who knows? Koganol gets their comment in.
From Sorensen.
I tell you what, there, Sorensen, the makeshift left back, turns into Neymar, nutmegs the Luton midfielder, and then wins a free kick.
We have a bit of love for Sorensen in the comments, actually.
Oh, I bloody love Sorensen. Yeah. Well, get the love in for Sorensen. I mean, I actually had him as my man of the match against Coventry, but for some reason it was more trendy to say Alexander Tete. That, to be fair, Tete had a phenomenal performance.
And he's got a nice smile as well.
Good evening to this man.
North's
finest cheeseman.
Oh no!
Of course,
I understand that I would make a terrible commentator, because whenever there's a moment where it looks like a side could do it, I just go, oh.
Anyway, back to the non-paid sponsorship. Cheesy Geezer, the cheese truckle, the finest cheese supplier in the world. Welcome along to the TNC.
Sorensen, as the people were giving him love, he's been skinned down the right-hand side. Harry Cornick can whip it into the box. It's going to be hit by James Sorensen. Great save by McLean. McGovern. What we need to stop is giving praise to players, because we've done it twice today, Martin and Sorensen, and literally seconds after we've done it, they've made a horrible error.
Just want to say good evening to friend of the channel, Susanna George. Susanna, good evening. She says, evening, everyone, listening along whilst doing the weekly shop, and everyone under the sun wants to stop and talk. Wow.
Susanna stinks of Waitrose.
Oh yeah, 100%. And actually, she was on the gin last week, by the way. We do listen to all your comments, and we always remember them all. And Emi Buendia bringing the ball forwards absolutely superbly. He plays a basic midfield pass into Skippy, out to Tets, out wide again now to Max. Yeah. Jack. No, not really. I'm actually struggling to see. Honestly, if anyone's genuinely, this is the worst game for me and Jack to commentate on, because we genuinely cannot see the other side of the pitch at the moment. So have to give us
also, just to, because we're in tough times and all, neither of our internet connections can handle streaming this and streaming 1080p, so we have to turn this right down to 480p, so they're kind of pixelated anyway, and then when it's dark, we've got no chance.
Here we go, as predicted. In away tries. Of course she has. Absolutely stinks of it. Speaking of stinks of it, that guy Den stinks of a super chat. Thank you so much. That was a solid profile picture there. Lovely cheesy grin. They say, "Let's be having you, yellows." Absolutely.
I love the effort you put into reading out super chats. When they're a chant, you go into chant mode, don't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you, mate? Why wouldn't you? 100%. I just want to make a special shout out to the Shanghai Yellows as well.
Love it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put out there. Shanghai Yellows, best foreign fan group. There you go. You heard it from me here first. Don't tell the New York Canaries. Anyway, here we go. The shit has already begun. Let's get your sweepstakes in, people. When will Jack first go to the toilet on tonight's watch along? We know that he's got bladder issues, so let's scrutinise that.
I would I think if you're making a decision based on Lou's sweepstake, you wanna make a relatively informed decision, and I would caveat your obvious worries about my bladder by saying, my beer tonight is in a smaller can, so there's not as much consumption. And I did make sure I went to the loo before we started, which sometimes I forget to do. So at the moment, I'm feeling relatively confident I can at least hold out the first half. I can see, this guy, Brian Cook, put 10 minutes. Brian, we're in the 13th minute, mate.
Brian's on the bevs already. We love to see Brian. Good evening.
Brilliant.
Friend of the channel says 34th minute. Absolutely love that. Here we go, Jack, mate. How many beers per stream, Jack?
Well, it is a school night. It's a school night, but it's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, mate.
For tomorrow. So I have got the day off work. So if I do wake up with a slightly sore head, it should be fine. What I would say is, hang on.
That's a rough challenge there. On Oliver Stick.
I do have a large crate of Stella.
Here he is. You read.
But
You stink of a Stella, by
But
the way.
I have got a brew lager on the go, which was brewed in Plumpton, Sussex. I'm going to stick. I'm not going to have too many beers tonight.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to have too many tonight.
A. Anderson, that this is something that we can all get behind. He says Lambert
100%. 100%.
Absolutely love that. Cheesy Geezer's used quite an inappropriate emoji there.
Wow.
He says 69 minutes.
Well, if we score a couple, Cheesy, you don't know, do you?
Jack Mate says double figures then surely. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Jack needs to get absolutely plastered tonight. Let's make sure that happens. Get your happy birthday.
Look, the thing is, like, I will happily drink multiple beers, but I will spend the time in the loo, and that's no fun for anyone, is it?
Mate, you know what? I need to say sorry to you.
Do you?
Because I'm meant to be your best mate, and I genuinely didn't have a clue that it was your birthday tomorrow.
That's all right. You're not meant to know the day before, are you?
I meant to be fair, Facebook normally reminds me, mate.
I think once you're into, oh no, Luton have scored. They weren't showing it.
No, they haven't.
They cut to a break.
What the hell?
And Luton have scored.
What the hell happened there? What the hell happened there?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just saw them wheeling away celebrating.
iFollow just glitched and Luton have scored. And
iFollow went to an ad break. Let's just have a look at this. Right, the replay.
Oh, mate, it's a lovely finish.
Yeah, it's a good goal. It's Moncourt, the scorer. Nothing. Well, there we go. Norwich 1-0 down.
Jesus, here we go.
Strap yourselves in, people. I told you Luton would be a tough game.
To be fair, I have to say, genuinely, there is nothing we could do about that. You could argue we give him too much time on the edge of the box. Normally, people don't take a pot shot from there, but he's done it, and it's a great goal. To be fair to Luton, it's a great goal. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't. I
would say maybe McGovern could do better, but I don't think he can see the ball. It's pitch black.
Yeah, you know what? Write this game off, Jack. Let's cancel this game. Yeah,
I blame Jack, mate. Yeah, I do too. D-Lord.
Yeah, 100%.
The reason we didn't really give that goal the credit is because we didn't see it first time around. We just saw them celebrating. Luton are 1-0 up, but Norwich are bringing it forwards here.
If we lose,
Demi Buendia outright to Max Aarons. Max Aarons can hopefully progress forward. Will he go at him? He's moving freely, which is good after that heavy hit. He's crossed the ball in. It's gone straight to the goalkeeper.
Jack, if we lose tonight, we still stay top, don't we?
Depending on the Watford result.
Who are Watford playing?
Forest.
Yeah, so we won't stay top. Watford will win that.
Luton versus Norwich, the shit airport derby. Got a point. Oh, Pohetta's through on goal. As well, Pohetta 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper takes. That's got to be a penalty. It is a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. Well, Pohetta wins another penalty.
Superb. Absolutely superb.
Yeah.
We love to see that. Yeah, 100% a pen. And by the way,
who's going to be taking it? Because no Mario Vrancic tonight.
By the way, the keeper's only been booked there. Questionable. Cheesy Geezer says pen. Yep, absolutely. The pen is in.
It's a lovely touch by Pohetta. He rounds the keeper beautifully. I actually think he's not lucky to be brought down because he is brought down clinically, but it's a heavy touch away from goal.
Do you know what, Jack? We've said early doors that we want to see more from PP tonight, and what he's done there, rather than taking a shot and risk that forcing the save, he's been so clever and fair blooming play to him. Massive.
Who will be taking the penalty? This is going to be interesting. It looks like Emi Buendia has got the responsibility. I don't think I've seen Emi take a penalty before. What I would just say is Pohetta's down.
The Luton manager is furious. He's stomping his feet like a grumpy mum after their kids not clean their room, stomping down the touchline for Luton at the moment. Lou Tux 217, lovely dog. They say loving the podcast. Both Jacks, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Jack, mate, here he is again. He says people paid crazy money for BT Sport, etc., but no Norwich fans donating to this great coverage. Well, look, don't hear it from us. Hear it from...
Okay, right. Jack, if we score this penalty, I'll take it. You'll be throwing another £20 in the kitty this evening. We know that Spotify money's flying through at the moment. Emi Buendia with the chance to equalise. There's Luton fans in behind the goal, pulling him off with waving signals and also maybe a few derogatory signals. But it's going to be Emi Buendia from Argentina from sunny Spain. Buendia goes the right way.
Yeah,
Goes the wrong way, and it's 1-1. What's the response from Norwich City? Emi Buendia, the goal scorer.
And Jack, guess what? Norwich have scored a goal. You know what that means, my friend. I'll see you in a minute.
Chris is going. I'm sure he'll be back shortly. Of course, we all know what happens when Norwich City score on this stream. Norwich City right back in it. It was Premiswa Puaheta who won the penalty. It was a lovely ball played through. Puaheta rounds the goalkeeper, brought down by Shea. Buendia takes the penalty, clinical as ever, and puts it away. It's Luton 1, Norwich City 1. At least we actually got to see that goal be...
Wow,
he switched the hat up. John Boy, you make a good point, Jack, mate. Get in, Emmy. Indeed. Great to see. I hope Jack, mate's not expecting commission this evening. Chris, an interesting change in hat. What's going on here?
Well, you know what, Jack? Last time the hat came out, we only got a draw, which means it's time to switch the hat. We love to see it. And the original hat is here, by the way. Okay. But you know, let's put that away tonight. It's time to switch it up. There's been some requests in my DMs saying that the hat brought bad luck against Coventry. So it's time to bring out the Pete Raffareeve Russian skiing original.
Brilliant. Thanks to Jack, mate. We were only joking, mate. But keep the dono train going, lads. Brilliant to see. Look, we're not expecting anyone to donate, but if you want to chuck some money in the kitty, we appreciate it.
Hang on. Did you just call it the dono train?
Well, that's what Jack called it.
Did he really? Fair play. Maybe it's
a dono train going.
Maybe after 1 million subs, like that's just a thing. Like, yeah, we're a bit we're timid compared to you, mate.
Oh, well.
Don't tell me Luton have got a penalty.
No, Jakob Sorensen is just being a bit naughty and chopping down Luton players. It's going to be a free kick.
Peachy Blinders is in the house with £2 on the dono train. Is chewing. Oh, here we go. The dono train. Choo. Here we go.
Oh, the dog. Look at the dog.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. Is that real? Is that a real picture? Oh, goodness me. Adam, you know what? Dog of the year, hands down, 100%. Congratulations. Thanks for the £2. Really appreciate that. Finn Hayes says £5 to you. Please stand by. Not sure what what the meaning is behind that, but they say 3 of the best YouTubers in one stream. Yes, please. Jack, how many donos do we need to get Jack, mate, in this stream at halftime?
Oh, no, it's a goal.
Oh, shit. By the way, Mickey, by the way, there.
Oh, it's 2-1 Luton.
What the fuck are we doing? Our defence is absolutely shite. It really is.
Oh,
God. Sweet Jesus. This is not looking good, is it? Right, so the corner comes in. It's basic. It's really basic. Is that
the first set piece we've conceded all season? Oh no, we conceded some to Stoke.
And do you know what, Jack? That run has come from the edge of the box. And what did we say before this game? The Luton will dominate us in the air, and that's exactly what they've done. Norwich City need to switch on. So far, it's been a substandard performance, and I'm not just talking about defensively. Actually, genuinely all over the pitch. I think the midfield has been okay. We've not managed to hold the ball up enough. We've had one chance, which of course we managed to get a penalty out of. But Jack, that's poor defending from Norwich City there.
Yeah, Christian, with feedback that I think we're all thinking here. Let's be having you. Thanks for the £10 super chat as always, Christian, a loyal supporter of these watch-alongs. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a basic error. It's a good free kick and it's a good header. It's straight at McGovern, but it's close to him. So I don't think I'm jumping to blame McGovern, but to have a free header, I'd also maybe say it's a silly foul from Jakob Sorensen to give the free kick away in the first place. And Norwich City get themselves back into the game quickly and throw it away. And I'm sure there would have been a lot of emphasis on defending set pieces during the week. Luton have got a very tall squad. it's a well worked free kick, and unfortunately we're going to be losing the hat until we maybe score again. This is an incredibly frantic game. As Norwich City bring the ball
forwards. Oh, it's miscontrolled there. Jesus. The hat's been recommended to come off. The hat is off. Joe Cap's in the house. He says, how's the sea dip this morning, Chris? Yes, if any of you follow me on Instagram, it's Sam Caps' birthday, by the way. Happy
birthday, Sam Caps.
What an absolute legend of the game. Decided to go for a 5K at Sea Pauling.
Swim.
And then went for it. No, not 5K swim. Jesus,
God, I
wouldn't have been.
You'd have been in Holland.
Yeah, exactly. It was lovely. Really enjoyed it. I would recommend it to anyone. Really would.
What, swimming or running?
Both.
Or Sea Pauling?
Everything. And but what I wouldn't recommend is watching the shower of shite that is Norwich City's defending, because so far. By the way, Jack, we said that this would be a stale game. It's already 2-1.
No, you said it would be a stale game.
It's already 2-1.
I feel like 2020's returning to some kind of normality. It felt really wrong watching Norwich City with a good defensive line. And now we're going back into old ways. And that just makes me feel like normality's resuming.
Jack, do you remember what I said? And I think it was wasn't last stream. It was the watch-along before, where I said this Norwich City defence has got the ability to be as good as the 02 and 04 era with Fleming and Malky and Edworthy and Drury. How wrong I was. That's a crossed ball into the box. Luton clear it. It's fallen back out wide to Emi Buendia gloriously with his new Barnet.
Let's have a time check. 25 minutes and 37 seconds.
Can I just say, can we just take a minute to recognise that?
Good ball from Boheta, cleared from Luton.
Can I just take a minute to recognise we've got a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers asking us for a timestamp?
I just love that Jack's got to 1 million plus subscribers with that profile picture. Brilliant.
Yeah, fair play. Why not?
Mr. Radio Floyd promised Boheta to cause more problems on the wing. I think he's had a good game. He won the penalty. He won the penalty against Coventry. Let's not forget, in a very similar position. His pace will cause problems. We just want him to see a bit more end product. And thankfully, over the last couple of games, and with game time, that's happening.
Yeah, Jack, mate, he's off for a bit. Yeah, seeing a bit, Jack. Enjoy. Absolutely love that. David Berman says, watching on Sky tonight. Well, as long as you've got the watch along, David, you can do that, no problem.
Lovely ball from Christoph Zimmerman. Not going to reach Emi Buendia, who was rushing through. Chris, we look a bit more energetic with Emi Buendia in the mix, don't we?
Yeah, look, when Emi gets on the ball, things happen. It's as plain as simple as that, Jack. And so far, we've not really managed to do that, have we? Look, and I think the Luton manager will be delighted because his side have got out of trouble. It was a sloppy penalty to give away. I think, to be fair, the goalkeeper couldn't really do anything else apart from bring down PP. Brilliantly executed penalty, but then Norwich going to concede that there is just. It's so disappointing. It's always disappointing to concede from a free kick, particularly in the Championship when you've got two big lumps in Ben Gibson and Grant Hanley at the back. Norwich City lose the ball on the edge of the box. Luton Town bring it forwards, control it, ping it out wide again. Luton here looking the better side, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, both sides have had chances. It's frustrating because the first Luton goal, you can't do too much about. It's a lovely strike from Moncur. The second one, was it a free kick? I'm not so sure. Silly from Sorensen to give the referee a decision to make. It's a decent ball whipped in, but we should be clearing that. Great to see Paul watching from his boat. I'm sure he's aboard HMS Pistol League. Boheta's through again here. Oh, he's gone down again in the box. Is that going to be a penalty? Surely.
No. He won't give two.
He's got the ball again, though, and he can drive at the box. He's going to cross the ball in. It's smothered by the goalkeeper. Once again, Boheta getting in behind the defence, brought down by the Luton defender. It was deemed a fair challenge by the referee.
I have to say, Jack, that I'm actually really optimistic about every time PP gets the ball, we look really dangerous. Luton at the moment don't have the answer to that problem, and that's a really good sign for Norwich City. But we're still 2-1 down. It's still early days, a long time left of this game. And by the way, Jack, and we've seen a comment in here as well already about, are the fans at Luton making a difference? Of course they will be. Of course they will be. The Luton players will be doing everything they can
Fairly tight ground as well. So 2,000 fans within Kenilworth Road is going to sound a lot louder than 2,000 fans within Carrow Road.
We do like it tight. John Boy says £5 super chat. He says, anyone know why Branchich isn't playing? Does Farker have so little faith in his cardio? John Boy, I am with you 100%. But Jack, what's your response? And John, thank you for the £5 donation.
I don't think Branchich is playing because Buendia's back. I think it's as simple as that. And I think based on recent performances, I think Martin and Poeta deserve to be in there. So harsh on Branchich, but I don't think I'd put him in there above any of the other three, to be honest. Big thank you to Will Totty on Kofi. Dono Train, choo choo, £1 for each goal we're going to score tonight. Love the optimism from Will. 3 more goals to go, hopefully.
Love that. I love this from Matt Loveday.
Oh.
I love him as much as his second name. He says, I'll be dipping in and out tonight, lads. Working until late. Let's pray for a goal or 2. Absolutely love that, Matt.
Or
Thank
3.
you for your super chat. Really appreciate it. Lovely to see so many of you. Already 800 Norwich City fans watching. You know what? Screw all the other watch-alongs. Let's make this the most watch-along of the season so far. Do us a favour, tag your mates, send them the link, get them involved in the banter, give it a retweet on Twitter, whatever you have to do. Let's get this to 1,000 as a unit tonight.
Yeah.
Be more of a unit than Norwich City's defensive unit, and let's make sure that even if Norwich City are playing badly, we're all together, suffering together.
Indeed. Chris, I'm just trying to work out. We seem to be playing that sort of diagonal ball over the top of the defence, trying to reach Emi Buendia. And we've seen it work against Bristol City, but I don't think it's going to work against this Luton defence, personally. I think we need to switch the tactics up a little bit. As Callum donates £5, let's get the Dono train going. It's roaring, and it's catching up with HMS Pistol League very quickly. Watching this instead of streaming on my Twitch channel. Quality work you guys are doing. Callum, if you start streaming after this, I'll join your Twitch stream. I'll watch along, whatever you're playing.
Wow, love that.
So thank you for sacrificing your creativity for our nonsense.
Absolutely love that. Norwich City lost the ball. Luton's defence playing the ball out. That's an absolutely superb challenge there from Ollie Skip. He's here, he's there, he's every bloody where, just like Archie Middleton in the comments.
Yeah, Chris, great podcast with our family friend Andy Marshall. 3-2 win coming Yellows. Great optimism from Archie as always, and a brilliant podcast with former Norwich and Ipswich player. Yes, you heard that correct, Andy Marshall. It was another great podcast on the channel. As Norwich City win the ball down the right-hand side, Emi Buendia can pass it. He's still got the ball. Emi Buendia.
He's turned inside. He's controlling the ball really nicely here.
Alex Pete.
Brilliant. Out wide again.
Maxi. Go on, Maxi!
Oh, go on, Max. That's a foul. No, it's not. Pathetic.
Corner
kick. Come on, the boys. Come on, the boys. Let's do this. Yeah, Jack, amazing poddy. Really happy with that one. And just so you know, everyone, we've got another podcast coming this weekend with the highest caliber of guest we've ever had in terms of what they've achieved in football.
Me?
Yeah, you. Here we go then. Norwich City corner kick. Let's do this.
Man bun Poeta.
PP on his left peg. Go on, the lads.
Poeta to cross the ball.
Go on.
By Luton.
Go on. Grant Hanley.
Poeta again on the right-hand side.
Out wide.
Can he cause more carnage?
No, he can't. Bloody hell.
John Boy, again with the £5 super chat. Thanks so much. Can we not make space for Mario? He's our second top scorer off reduced minutes. I love Tete, but at 127 years old, why is he starting? I think he's probably starting because
PP's just been booked, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. Carry on, Jack.
I think Tete's probably started. Mario Vrancic isn't a defensive midfielder, basically. I do get the frustration around Mario, but I think he's more of an impact off the bench. I still believe that. Yeah,
but he is capable of playing 90 minutes.
No, and I'm not saying he's not, but I don't think he'd fit into the squad tonight.
Yeah. I agree. I agree that it's not the game for him tonight. However, I do totally empathise with the people that have the opinion that he should be playing more football, should have played more football at the start of the season. We see that Mario Vrancic is actually one of the best midfielders at this level, because whatever he touches turns to goals, particularly on free kicks. So I'm totally in the Mario Vrancic camp, as you would say, Jack. Matt Ewing, absolute legend of Norfolk. He says, "Evening, boys. Great work as always, and let's get that belief. We can get back into this, Matt. Inject that belief into me, fine sir. Welcome along to the TNC Watchalong." Oakley Rivers says, "How's the plan?"
Hang on, a little bit of a chat between the referee and Daniel Farker here. I think Daniel Farker's been a bit of a naughty boy.
Yeah, he has been a naughty boy. The
Yeah.
not happy. I think the referee,
Daniel Farker getting a looks like it's just going to be a slap on the wrist, but Farker not in the referee's good books.
And good. And you know what? It's about, I love to see that passion. I love to see that passion. I'm pleased that Daniel Farker's getting a telling off from the ref, because he needs to inject that passion into this Norwich City team at the moment. It's great to see Daniel Farker up in arms.
And also, at the moment, there's literally no disadvantage to being sent to the stands. It's almost better because you've got a better view of the game. Lots of play left-hand side with Sorensen and Poheta tonight. It's been a very busy opening 35 minutes of this game. If you're just joining us, welcome along to Talk Norwich City. Over 800 of you in the stream tonight. Let's get that to 1,000. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. We do watch-alongs for every Norwich City game. And we find ourselves 2-1 down at Kenilworth Road here against the Luton Town side, who are currently 15th in the division. Emi Buendia on the score sheet so far. Hopefully, we can get ourselves back into the game.
Yes, I agree, Jack. Josh Martin here out wide of the ball. A flick, a trick, a dummy. He plays it out to Maxi Aarons, who plays it back to Grant Hanley, the slabhead himself.
It's quite hard to see, isn't it? On that
Gibson drives forwards with the ball here. It's back into the feet of Emi Buendia, who looks up.
Oh, lovely ball.
Distributes, and that is
terrible touch.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he served it to him on the hot plate there, mate. It's unlucky from Norwich City. We're starting to build back into this again. We are starting to build back into this. Oh, here we go. Wow. Sid T. Dermich would make Luton wish they never got promoted. Jack, what's your reaction to Josip Dermich's Instagram story this week, please? Just to throw you into the deep end, old boy.
Yeah, hang on. I thought Norwich was going to break there. It's given us a foul. I don't know if anyone's seen Josip Dermich's Instagram. Basically, it was raised in the press conference last week. Daniel Farke was asked the question whether Josip Dermich might be reintroduced back into the side because we don't have a striker. And we've got a striker on the books in Josip Dermich, who's on a very high salary.
Very high salary.
And, it seems wasteful to just have him rotting, basically. Farke said he was injured and returned to Switzerland for treatment. Dermich then said he's not injured. He's just not wanted by the football club. Either way, I think it's a shame that it's got to this point. There was obviously a reason why we wanted to sign Josip Dermich. I think last season's recruitment wasn't the best. But I remember vividly watching Josip Dermich at this very stadium we're watching Norwich City at tonight, Kenilworth Road. Josip Dermich scored a hat-trick within 20 minutes that day and looked an incredible player. Scored the last live goal I've seen against Tottenham in the FA Cup. There's clearly a player in there and we haven't got the best out of him. Now, would I rather Josip Dermich or Marco Stiepermann playing up front? I'd rather Josip Dermich. He's an actual striker. But obviously, there's been some kind of falling out there and Josip Dermich isn't welcome in the squad. I'd be fascinated to hear what our viewers think, actually, about that situation, because it just seems wasteful to me to be spending that much money. The same with Moritz Leitner and not using them. It seems, and you don't want players around the dressing room who aren't good influences. But Moritz Leitner, certainly, he was part of a promotion campaign. He scored against Ipswich Town. I understand Moritz Leitner. I understand Josip Dermich and the reasons why he's not in the camp. But Moritz Leitner and Tom Tribal has never, ever made sense to me. And particularly now, by the way, Norwich City won a corner kick. Yeah, it's disappointing. We had two players there that were absolutely more than good enough to play at this level. And now we could have really done with them. But
hindsight's an amazing thing. Josip Dermich's attitude has never been in the right place.
I don't think he's helped himself with that Instagram post.
No, well, of course not. And that Instagram...
Gonna fall for Josh Mars. Oh, Emi Buendia. Oh!
That Instagram post in itself, Jack, says exactly why he shouldn't be playing for Norwich City. Simple as that.
I'd love to hear Josip's. That's a great strike from Emi Buendia. It's just gone wide. I'd love to hear Josip's side of the story, and I'm sure we will one day. And I'd love to hear it on the TNC podcast one day.
We will. We get all of the gossip.
This is the thing with football, right? Is I trust Daniel Farke, and I hope that he's telling the truth. And I hope that he hasn't sort of pulled the wool over Norwich City fans' eyes in terms of Josip Dermich. But if I was Dermich and there's lies being told about me, I would be frustrated. Surely.
No, he's gone over too easy there.
Well, Hector again, though, causing problems.
Jack, just want to get a quick shout out to Anne Waitman, who's put, Chris Revo, please mention my son Oliver watching in a winter wonderland. It would embarrass him. Well, there you go.
Oh, that's a stunning Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's a lovely Christmas tree.
I love the fact that there's a lot of, like, I only ever watch YouTube, usually on my phone or my laptop, right? Lots of people taking over the living room televisions.
Yeah, we love to see it.
We have turned into primetime television. And for that, I'm very appreciative.
Another thing that I love to see is Eddie Stibben giving me a tweet saying he wants a shout out. So Eddie Stibben, there you go. There's your shout out, mate. Thanks for watching the Talk Norwich City watch along tonight. So many people tweeting their TNC setups, by the way.
Brilliant.
Absolutely love to see that. Remember, we're sharing every single one of those tonight. So make sure you get them in.
If losing tonight, if you want to feel slightly better, Swansea are currently 2-0 down. Of course, one of the teams chasing our tails. Can someone let me know the Watford score at the moment? I could look at my phone, but it's fun. It's more fun getting you guys to do it for me. 40 minutes of this game gone. Norwich City trailing 2-1. Emi Buendia on the score for Norwich City from a penalty. That's now 3 games that we've scored a penalty in a row. 3 different scorers. I think.
Game starting to settle a bit now, by the way, Jack. Don't you agree? Like there's almost a bit of a tempo to the game now. It was very, very scrappy opening minutes, which, by the way, played completely into the palm of the hands of this Luton team. We know that they thrive off that style of football as they break forwards on the wing here, play it back again.
0-0 Watford, thanks to all of you Jeff Stelling kind of people. Thanks very much. Glenn, I echo this thought. Paul Lambert doing a great job indeed.
Yeah,
long live Lambert.
Long live Lambert. Get that, by the way, let's get that hashtag going. Hashtag long live Lambert.
Jack's back, updating us on the Watford score. Thanks, Jack. Of course, Watford, rivals of Luton Town. Who's my player of the season, says Archie Middleton? Tim Krul for me. Probably closely followed, actually, by Grant Hanley. I think he's been exceptional. And I think clean sheets are really important at this level.
I'm surprised you didn't say Lucas Rupp there, Jack.
Oh, he's been brilliant, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he has been brilliant,
yeah. He's been good.
Yeah, absolutely love that. Love to see loads of Ipswich fans in here as well. It's great to see you supporting a bigger club. Welcome to the Talk Norwich City watch along.
Well, of course, we're up against East Anglia's second biggest side tonight in Luton Town, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a big challenge coming up against East Anglia's second biggest side. Reminds me...
We wiped the floor with East Anglia's 9th biggest side for 10 years straight, haven't we? So
yeah, it's almost boring, isn't it?
It's boring.
Yeah, no, to be fair, it is boring. I mean, I think the last time Ipswich beat us, we actually, it was in black and white on the telly. So yeah, obviously Luton have done very well to cement their side as the second biggest club in East Anglia without a shadow of a doubt. And
of course, ball whipped in by Luton. Kings Lynn also went above Ipswich in terms of the East Anglian standings, having progressed further in the FA Cup than Ipswich this season.
Well, I mean, come on, Jack. Kings Lynn have always been a bigger club than Ipswich, always.
And
look at their stadium. Their stadium for one, and they actually sell it out. Kings Lynn, week in, week out. Let's not disrespect Kings Lynn. Kings Lynn have got a more devoted fan base than the Ipswich fan base, without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, and they've got the man that made Paul Lambert successful there in Ian Culverhouse. So
yeah, of course. And now we know the truth, by the way, of who the real mastermind is to Paul Lambert's success at Norwich City.
Gary Carter.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely love to see it. Jack,
we've been slagging Ipswich off, but we are also losing.
Yeah. Yeah, but come on, Jack. It's against East Anglia's second biggest side, so it's one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, Craney's down injured, as he's being craned off the pitch.
God.
What's the possession like, boys? Damon, if you download the OneFootball app, link in the description, you can have a look at the possession stats. OneFootball kindly sponsoring the pre-match and halftime. Oh, there you go. Chris has got it up for you. Substitution here for Luton Town. An injury to Craney, who'll be going off. Corner for Luton. 44 minutes on the clock. If you're just joining, welcome along to the Talk Norwich City Watchalong.
Watchalong.
Hopefully we don't concede here.
Half time.
Well, it's not yet.
Yeah, I just saw the club tweet.
Oh.
Half time.
God, we're miles behind then. I'm in 44 minutes and 30 seconds.
Half time, folks. We've seen out the corner.
Oh, that's a terrible corner.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that's pissing me off, mate. We're losing to a team that can't even take a corner kick properly. Very frustrating. Look, Jack, 804 people in the house. What's your message to the 804 people in terms of this performance for Norwich City in the first half?
I wouldn't be too downhearted. Is that a word? I wouldn't be too down on yourself. I think the first goal, that we concede is a really good strike, and you're going to concede them types of goals over the course of the season. Thankfully, we haven't conceded too many of them so far. Thought the response was excellent. It was a frantic start to the game. It was brilliant to see Poeta, but is it really half time?
Yeah.
There's been 4 added minutes. We're like way behind.
Welcome to iFollow.
Jesus, we're not usually this far behind. I wouldn't be too downbeat. The second goal's really sloppy. But Norwich City have created chances. Of course, we don't look as good as we did a few weeks ago. We're without Pookie, without Krul. We're without some really important players. I think the reintroduction of Emi Buendia has been good, and I think we do look a bit more zippy, a bit more energetic.
Yeah.
I don't think the midfield have demanded the game as well as they have in recent weeks, and I think the exclusion of Lucas Roop could be, partly down to that. I don't think Tete's got the legs he used to have. Jakob Sorensen's made a few little errors. Grant Hanley's made a few little errors. It hasn't been the perfect performance, but there's still a half of football to go here. And Norwich City, will create chances in the second half. I think that's the thing with this Norwich side is there's always going to be chances made, and you just hope that we take them. And with the quality with Buendia, and we know that Martin's got talent, and Stiepermann knows where the back of the net is. There will be opportunities for this Norwich side. I cannot believe it's half time.
We're so far behind.
Shall I refresh? Do you think that'll make a difference?
Just like Ipswich, so far behind. Here's a good comment, by the way, from, of course,
Offer.
The finest legal extravaganza in the world. Michael Hoffer of Hoffer and Webb, of course, sponsor of Talk Norwich City. He said, "Isn't it amazing how dependable Rupp has become?" Michael, do you know what? We miss Rupp. We miss him. Jack, do we miss him?
It's not half time. You were getting me worried.
It is half time, isn't it?
No.
That's what the club Twitter did it, didn't they?
No. Yeah, you're seeing things, mate.
Maybe I've had a few beers,
I was going to say with miles behind. I think there's a point in there, and again, it shows how, it shows how this injury list has really hampered us. I think my way of making myself sane over this period is I think all teams will face injury problems over the course of the season. Whether they have it as bad as ours, I don't know. But what I would say is the majority of teams that have this many injuries wouldn't be able to field a squad like ours. We've still got a decent championship side out there tonight. We showed that by picking up a point against Coventry, and we were leading in that game for a long period. And we're still in this game against the Luton side, who, since the final 10 games of last season up until now, have a really good record in the championship. They did incredibly well to survive last season. So I wouldn't be too down on it. Loads of people wanting Jack, mate, in at half time. Jack, if you want in and you're able to get in, drop me a WhatsApp. and we can sort that out. If I don't know, if you're in the shower or something, don't worry. Although people might want that.
Yeah, I want that.
Drop me a message if you want in chat, but no pressure. Yeah, no, it's still not half time. I wish it was half time because the last 10 minutes have been utter dross.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell. I mean, it's been a very, very boring last 10 or 15 minutes, to be honest with you. I think as soon as
and there is half time.
There is half time. Right. Get your half-time one-word summaries in, please, in the comment section right here, right now, and we'll read out as many as possible after the ad break.
Yeah, we've got to put food on the table. So thank you to OneFootball who are sponsoring pre-match and half-time. In all seriousness, though, we've declined a lot of advert offers over the years, and especially with these watch-alongs that have gained a little audience, which is lovely. OneFootball is genuinely a really good app. I've got it on my phone. I've had it on my phone for ages. It's your go-to app for match days. Is that going to focus? It is. As you can see there, Luton still beating Norwich City 2-1. You can get all the scores, all the news, loads of great stuff on there. Download it. There's a link in the description. We'd really appreciate it. They've helped us out. Be good if you help them guys out. Link in the description. Chris,
it's a really cool app, Jack. It genuinely is a really cool app. I've obviously experimented with loads of different football apps, and they've not really quite hit the mark. But the thing I like about OneFootball is everything is streamlined, and there's no ads or any pop-up ads. Like, everything is just there, and you're not tricked. It's just all there. The juicy data, everything that you want is all there in the one app. So OneFootball, definitely worth recommend downloading it for the second half. Just give it a try and see what you think. I'd really recommend it.
My favorite thing to do on OneFootball is on a Saturday set up notifications for Norwich and also the Ipswich games. And what happens is you get goal notifications about Norwich scoring, and you get goal notifications about Ipswich Town losing, which is always brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Link in the description.
Bigger, and the gap then just gets bigger, but you can watch it get bigger through the OneFootball, which we absolutely love to see.
Should we get some one-word reviews in, Chris?
Yeah, let's. Oakley Rivers says dry. He also says unmotivated. Bunny Man says great. Oh, bugger off, Bunny Man. Lovely to see you on the TNT Watch Along. Thank you for supporting the Norwich City fan channel. Wow.
I like this one from James.
Go on.
Bobbins, that's a great word. Oh, bobbins.
Yeah, let's move on from that quite quickly. Iffy says Michael Brown, come on you yellows. By the way, lovely name.
I would love if that's actually his name.
Could you imagine if that was your name? God, I'd love that. And I love that profile picture, by the way. That really special stuff. Harry Jackson says scrappy. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Absolutely true. Here he is. Triple B's in the house.
Hey, Big Bad Barry.
Big Bad Barry, Triple B, of course, absolute legend, fishing extraordinaire himself. He just says tut. I think he's telling off the boys there. And like Daniel Fark was telling them off as well. It's really interesting. Isaac Hone, big shout from you.
Not one word.
He says, what?
I thought we were going for one-word reviews. Isaac was going with a paragraph.
Well, why not, mate? I'm not going to do Isaac, you're okay to put a paragraph. Steepman out, Vrancic on. Also, Omotoy needs to come on. Yeah, no, I agree. I think, if...
Look, yeah, but who plays up front then? Can't put Vrancic up front, surely. Poeta, maybe?
Why not? It's not working so far, is it?
No,
Colin
it's not.
Always talks sense. He says poor. Yeah. David Berman says uninspiring. Yeah.
I like this from Christopher Rayner for multiple reasons. Mike Manson, Sandy
Lyle, vile. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Mickey Manson.
Christopher Rayner. First of all, incredibly cute cockapoo. I think you get extra points if you've got a cockapoo in your picture.
What you're going to say there, Jack.
Beautiful. Looks like Buddy. Second of all, dark. And not only is that describing the performance, it's also very dark at Kenilworth Road. So you've nailed every point there, Christopher. Well done.
Mr. Smooth Cheese. Crap. Yeah, agreed.
Is Mr. Smooth Cheese a burner account for Cheesy Geezer?
I mean, it could well be. Reese, hang on. What's going on? Reese Brown says, Where's Reece Brown? Find Reece Brown. Get that up on. Oh, I've lost your comment. I've lost your comment, Reece Brown. He's a succulent. There you go.
Oh, that's why you couldn't see him. He's in camouflage.
Oh, we love to see it. Bradley B. We can't read it out, but thank you very much.
What do you mean we can't read it out? You've been swearing the whole stream.
Oh, we love to see it. Easy. Absolutely easy.
Outsiders and one word, Paul Shambert. Very good.
Long live Lambert is what I say. Long live him. Absolutely.
All right, then, Chris. First half thoughts?
Genuinely, Jack, seriously, I am surprised. I didn't expect this game to be this chaotic. I thought it would be stale. I thought Luton would be tough to break down. I wouldn't say they've been tough to break down because we have managed to get in behind them on 2 or 3 occasions, but we've only really had one clear-cut chance, which of course PP superbly takes it around the keeper to win the penalty for Emi Buendia to get the equaliser at the time. But Norwich City switch off again from a set piece. We concede, we go 2-1 down. The game then just kind of settles and we don't really go anywhere. We don't dominate possession. I'll look at the stats on One Football in a minute, Jack, of how much possession we've got. But for me, we've not really controlled the game. I think actually this has been Luton's game so far. And actually they deserve the 3 points so far because they've controlled the ball. They've brought it forwards. They've looked more dangerous. Norwich City need to nullify Luton's midfield as soon as possible. It's really important that we do that. And I'm surprised that we've not done that, Jack, because we've got Tete in there. We've got Skip in there. We've got players that should be protecting the defence. And for Luton's first goal, which we're not criticising enough, there was a real lack of cover for the defence. You know, Max Aarons, understandably leaves it for the men in the middle to cover, but they're not there. They don't exist. And so, to be fair to the Luton player, he buries it in the bottom right-hand corner, and Mickey McGovern can't do anything about it. But my overriding thoughts and feelings is just frustration. Luton have got under our skin. They've played their game plan to perfection, apart from the penalty. And look, Jack, Norwich have got to come out this second half blasting out, and I'm talking relentless attacks. And at the moment, I don't quite know how or who is going to do that for Norwich City.
Yeah. At this point, would you take a draw now?
No, I always want to win, mate. Always want to win. And I believe that Norwich can get the win still. We've got 45 minutes, 11 versus 11. On paper, man for man, this Norwich City team are better than Luton. It's with no disrespect to Luton. We should beat them. They've done well. They do deserve the 3 points at this stage, but I still believe that Norwich City can win this game of football. And
I think having seen Daniel Farke's reactions, got a big talking to from the referee. I'm not quite sure what went on there. Obviously showing his dismay to something. He's up for this. Farke wants a response, doesn't he? And hopefully he's gone into that dressing room at half-time. We'll give them a stern talking to. I don't think too much necessarily needs to change. As you say, we've had chances. I think 3 shots, or 3 or 4 shots, a couple on target. Not, brilliant standards, but nothing's gone drastically wrong, and we're still very much in this game. John Boy with an interesting comment. I've noticed a correlation between Jack going to the bathroom and us playing well. He's been too present this play. He needs to start necking those bottles. John, it's a school night. I can't be having too many beers tonight. I will be going to the toilet shortly, though, so hopefully that will see an uplift in performances. I think this is a little bit harsh. Bradley B. Barden has to come in. McGovern's woeful. He makes us so shaky and cannot save an effort right down his throat.
Be fair,
I think that's harsh.
It is harsh, but Bradley's point comes from, I think, an accurate place. I do think Mickey McGovern should have done better for that second goal.
It's really close to it, though.
I know, but he's slap bang in the middle of his net, Jack.
Yeah,
would Krul? Yeah, of course he would.
Yeah, I think Krul. I think we're being slightly harsh on McGovern. McGovern's in there.
Yeah, but Bradley's point comes from, I think, an accurate place. It's in the middle of the net, mate. It's just my opinion.
I think the reason we are harsh on McGovern is because of the standard of goalkeeping has been so good this season. Krul's been excellent. Yeah. There's no getting away from that. The thing I like is the players really like Mickey McGovern. Like, they really respect him. So I don't buy into this fact that they don't trust him and everything. Like, they do trust McGovern.
Yeah, of course. And I trust Mickey McGovern, but that second goal, I think he should have done better. Jack.
Well, I think what should have been better is the marking. You shouldn't be allowing a free header from 3 yards out.
Jack, you know what? Yet again, I'm wrong. Reading the stats now on OneFootball, and Norwich City have actually had 62% possession. It does not feel like that.
No, it doesn't. No.
But we have. The passing accuracy has been down slightly to 87%, which normally is higher, which says a lot about Norwich City's expectations. But if you look at this, Jack, the key here is, Luton have had more shots, one more on target. They've been clinical, and fair play to them. That first goal comes out of nowhere, to be fair. It's anyone's game at that point. And that second goal is what we knew Luton would do. So I think you're right to analyse, Jack, that this game is anyone's still, and we shouldn't be worried about this Norwich City performance. We've got everything we need to go and get the 3 points tonight still.
I'm a big fan. If anyone's got iFollow on, the advert that we're seeing at the moment is genuinely horrendous. It's for JB Developments, and it's just awful.
Happy birthday, Julie.
Anyway, Patrick, this is a good point. I've seen this raised a couple of times now. I don't think McGovern is a bad shot stopper. He just can't do what Krul does in terms of build-up play and distribution. And the way that Norwich City play football, building out from the back, I would agree with that point. I don't think McGovern's, got the footwork and the ability to, kick the ball as good as McGovern. Tim with a good point as well. Nice swing, Tim. I think we've complimented that a few times. Krul isn't just about the saves. He commands the defensive line superbly. McGovern needs to make his presence felt a bit more in the box with his voice as well as his body. Yeah, hard to disagree with that. But this is what it is. It isn't like a tactical decision to throw McGovern in there. It's because Tim Krul's injured. So you just got to suck it up, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, I agree. And he's not a bad keeper. By the way, he's an international goalkeeper. So let's not disrespect the man. But I think it's fair to say that he should have done better for the second. But I'm not getting on his back too much. He's a goalkeeper that can absolutely keep us in this game. Simon Duart, of course, friend of TNC, he says McGovern just isn't an influential player on the pitch like Krul is. Different. Yeah, and I agree. And Chris as well, absolute top man and TNC legend. He says we have loads of possession, but have done nothing with it. It's been pedestrian, real lack of movement when on the ball. Yeah, I agree. Thomas also corrects me and says,
"Wow, look at that! That's a LinkedIn photo, if anything.
All of that possession was in our own half." And I tell you what, that is rate that profile picture, Jack.
Oh, that's a 9.
Mate,
it's a 10 if he's got a tie.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. Yeah,
but maybe Thomas is going for a casual look, and that's fine.
It's fantastic quality though. By the way,
Chris, just watching the penalty back, great penalty from Emi Buendia, but the build-up play from Puemiswar Boheta. I'm trying to work out who played the through ball. If someone could let me know in the comment section who played the through ball, because haven't shown it. Brilliant work from Poeta again. He's looked lively again in this game.
This is interesting. Really interesting point. Charlotte C on YouTube says Steepy is dropping too deep. Nothing up front. I think they're trying to emulate the that famous Spain side, as Jack's already observed, and we can't pull it off. But Charlotte's a great point, and I absolutely agree, 100%. Oakley Rivers says my profile pick wins. I've got a goat in mind.
You got multiple goats. You got Pookie, Buendia, Hernandez. Oh, I think the Shrabeni's in there.
The icon is in there. The icon's in there. Yeah, 100%. Profile picture of the night goes to Oakley for having Shrabeni in your profile picture.
I've had a quick shout out to my friend Owen, who's watching, very much enjoying the watch-along. JB Development advert had me in stitches. Lots of people hating the JB Development advert, and I'm sure we've given it more, love than people are actually watching at the moment. Oh, it was Max Aarons who played the through ball. Thanks to George, as all of you continuously keep us up to date with what's going on, because we don't really watch the game. Max Aarons, great to have him in there.
Jack, you've been called out yet again. Sid T on YouTube. By the way, another exceptional profile picture. He says, Jack, how's the 24-hour live stream going? Jack, of course, you said to the people, 794 Norwich fans now watching. They want a 24-hour live stream. When are we going to do it?
Well, look, I would like to see Josip Drmic playing up front for Norwich City. No, I wouldn't really want that. Look, I want a fit Timu Pukki, right? But sometimes you can't have it right now. Sometimes you have to wait. And when it returns and when it does come to fruition,
Right.
oh my God, it's going to be good. So I would say to the people wanting the 24-hour live stream, be patient. It will happen. It will definitely happen. And when it does happen, you're going to be glad you waited.
Yeah, no, I do agree. It's going to be an explosion of Norwich City content. Right, Jack, players now coming out for the second half. Luton's so-called fans are taking to their seats.
It's good to see some fans back in there, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. And it's making a difference to Luton because they're clearly playing for the boys tonight. I think, it definitely does have an effect. Well, of course we know it has an effect. Of course we know. And that's why I'm so excited for Norwich City to have those 2,000 fans. Of course, bigger than any Ipswich attendance this season or last season combined back in Norwich City. Right, the Norwich City players are out there wearing the third kit. Chrissy D warming up the substitutions. Max Aarons jogs out, looking like a man possessed on a mission. Marco Steepen rubs his hands together. The salmon himself. Jack, are we going to take these 3 points? One word answer, yes or no?
No.
Oh, are you joking?
We're going to take 1 point.
Mate, we've got 780 people here, and you're saying no.
Yeah, we need to. I provide the realism, and you provide the deluded optimism.
I tell you what, mate, it's 100% Norwich City 3 points tonight. Come on, the boys.
Well, look, what I want to see is a response. I don't think the performance in the first half was terrible. I tell you what, there's another great LinkedIn-esque picture coming in from Kyle. Oh, no, I've lost him. Where's he gone? I've lost him. I think I might have just blocked him. No, I haven't. Kyle, look at that.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Nice. And he's got the tie, which is great. Get Dixon Peters on, says Kyle.
That's public sector, that, isn't it? Is that police or is that security?
Oh, Jesus, Mickey McGovern's giving the ball away.
By the way,
penalty area.
Lovely profile picture. And by the way, I've just seen that back there, Jack, out the corner of my eye. That's shambolic.
Oh, it's a penalty.
Luton have won a penalty straight away. The Norwich players.
What is it? A handball?
Tete is.
Oh, that's just a complete mess. And as we were saying at half time, McGovern's distribution is what's led to that. I'm just watching it back. It's a cross whipped in. It's a poor cross.
Hang on a minute. As far as I can see, Grant Hanley has accidentally fallen over because the player has pushed him, yet Luton have won that's a suspect penalty award.
Yeah, I mean, it's given for a handball on Hanley, and it is a handball. I think he's been fouled in there. But James Collins has already scored penalties against us this season in the Cup. He has a chance to put Luton 3-1 up here in front of the Luton fans. This is not the start to the second half we wanted. Tim Krul's shown heroics by saving penalties this season. Can his number 2, Michael McGovern, do the same? It's Collins against McGovern. It's Luton 2, Norwich 1. It's 46 minutes. And it's Collins.
Save it, Mickey. Fucking I had no chance, did he?
Well, that was a bad start.
Oh, God. Christ.
It's just sloppy again, isn't it? I mean, whether it's a penalty or not, it was a handball. The debate is whether it's a foul on Hanley, but the distribution from McGovern to put us in that position is just woeful.
I can't defend him, and I'm going to be pissed off if people defend him tonight because that is pathetic distribution. There's only one word for it. I cannot stand up for him. That is the reason why that penalty happens. It's needless, Jack. Plant it into Rose Ed. I've said this time after time. If in doubt, kick it out. But instead, he tries to be clever under pressure, and it's just completely... And Norwich City's defence has collapsed. I mean, Grant Hanley, of course, will take some stick there. But for me, it's a suspect penalty. But to be fair to Luton, again, they take their chance. Sam says 3 points, Chris. Fucking hell. It's going to be tough now. Would I take a draw? Absolutely.
Didn't you say 3 goals for Luton rather than 3 points?
Yeah, something like that.
It's frustrating. Look, I was worried about tonight because I know that Luton were dangerous. My hope was that coming off the back of a 4-0 defeat to Cardiff, they may have just been looking to shut up shop. But, I think they've seen where our weaknesses are here. Although the defence is unchanged.
You know what? I think Luton have done the job. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect Luton one bit. You know, I think they've not just sat tight. They've taken their chances. They've looked like the aggressors in the game continuously. You know, they've stopped Norwich City from playing their style of football. Emi Buendia pulls the trigger. It's a great save from the Luton goalkeeper. It's fallen out wide again. Norwich City playing with it on the edge of Luton's box at the moment.
Go on.
Wide. It's headed back into the box.
Go on.
Go on. Oh, for fuck's sake.
This is a damning statistic. 8 goals conceded against Luton this season. That's a bit too many. I think that I thought the criticism of Michael McGovern in the first half was harsh, but it's not. Not great. I'd love. Did people think it was a penalty? By the way.
Yeah, agreed. Let us know in the comments. Was it a penalty or was it not? To me, it looks very light, very light. But if that's for Norwich City, you can scream for it all day long.
No, definitely. Great point from Colin Rogers. Shows how important Krul is. I think going into the season, I think me and Chris have both said like, if you're going to lose a player, the player you don't want to lose is Tim Krul, and second of all is Timu Pukki. Both hitting really good form at the time of their injuries as well. Pukki was really starting to fire on all cylinders. Krul was just looking marvellous. McGovern's just kicked it straight into the stand.
He's not helping himself, is he? He's not helping himself, is he, mate?
Martin Wagner saying Hanley got pushed. Of course, all bias, absolutely fine. Josh Woodyard saying it wasn't a penalty. Simon saying not a penalty. Okay, so lots of people are saying it wasn't a penalty. Luton with another chance, and that just goes over the bar. Norwich really need to tighten up here because there's a risk of conceding another. But Chris, we're still in it, right? A couple of goals, maybe.
Mate, it's at the moment. I'm really sorry my optimism tap is really tight on. There's no way that there's any optimism flowing out of me now. Shocking distribution from McGovern. Shocking. Embarrassing defense. We've collapsed like a pack. We've
collapsed like your speech.
We've collapsed like my speech. We have pack of cards was the terminology I was going for. We have, and Norwich City have complained there to the ref, but they've only got themselves to blame. The midfield haven't been able to. And by the way, here we go. Marco Steepman.
Yeah, nice pass from Steepman.
Well, it's good, but we've got Emi Buendia now playing up front. There's no shape to us, mate. Right? That's an absolutely shocking pass there from Skip, who, to be fair, has won it back in the middle of the park. Played to Josh Martin. Josh Martin out wide now to Maxi Aarons, who cuts it inside.
Oh, Maxi.
Go on, Maxi. Give it now. Too late.
What I would say is, I think the defence have had more to deal with tonight is because the attacking players haven't had, loads of the ball. And when you're not creating as much going forwards.
I agree.
So, no one in particular to blame. And this is what it is, right? We can't be too harsh on these boys because the injury list is horrendous. Great work by Poeta down the left-hand side. He'll feed Sorensen, I think, on the ball. He'll go inside to Oliver Skip. Nice bit of play this from Norwich City. Josh Martin on the ball. He'll strike one just wide.
Oh, sure, that's close.
Okay, right. We need this game to turn somehow, and I am going to do something. I'm going to influence the game. I'm going to go to the toilet, and by the time I'm back, we'll have scored.
Here we go, people. Jack's off his first toilet break. Josh Martin has narrowly missed the target there. Norwich City, that's the first shot we've managed to get away in the second half. Now 12 and a half minutes into the game. Look, let me know what you think so far to this second half. Sorry, is it a penalty? I think that's still up for debate. I really, really do not think it's a penalty at all in the slightest. But as I've said already a couple of times, I cannot slag off Luton at all tonight. I think they've done really well. To be honest with you. There's a comment here from George Miller. Here we go on YouTube. Thanks for your comment, George. He says, Chris, who are you bringing off ATM? Look, George, the problem is, mate, where is the plan B? What have we actually realistically got on the bench that's going to turn this game? Normally, I mean, obviously you could say Mario Vrancic, but has he got that physicality that we need against this Luton side? Is he going to create space for Marcos? I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that. So look, let's see what the boys can do. But so far, it's not looking good. I'm not feeling optimistic. Let me know in the comments if you're feeling optimistic. I need some help. Pick me up. I need it. 800 of you now in the TNC Watchalong. Thank you so much for suffering with us tonight.
Thanks, people. Can someone log on to the OneFootball app and see where we are in the table? Yeah, because if we're still first, then that'll put a smile back on my face. We need some optimism, right? Can someone just tell me something good?
Alexander Tete trying to turn into Iniesta. He's given the ball away there dreadfully. Alexander Tete. Max Aarons, he's staying with his man. He's shepherding his man out wide. He's not managed to do the job, unfortunately. It's fallen into the midfield. Great ball across the park from Luton. You know, Jack, Luton are playing well.
Yeah, they are. They're well drilled under Nathan Jones. Thank you to Neil. I asked where we were in the league. Not only has Neil delivered some brilliant news to say that we're still top, he's also donated $4.99 to the TNC kitty. Thanks, Neil. Really appreciate it, mate. As Chris stuffs his face with some nachos. It's my birthday eve. That's good news, isn't it? There's a vaccine, says Jamie. That's really good news.
That's fucking great news, by the way. Big up Pfizer, however they're pronounced.
Pfizer. You know, I think if you would have let Tim Krul develop a vaccine, he would have got it done in the form he's in this season. Norwich just looks so blunted going forwards, and you can kind of see why. I mean, we're without so many players. Great tackle by Tete to release Buendia. Buendia running forwards.
Give it.
Still got the ball. Lovely. Go on. Get a goal now and I'll feel excited.
Got to shoot earlier, mate. Stop fanning about with it. We're losing 2-1, 3-1. Bloody hell.
Jack, mate, said, are they protein nachos?
Jack, sadly not, but you've got to treat yourself. But this is with with Nando sauce. Get on it. Doritos with Nando sauce is an absolute.
Show me that plate again. That's a nice plate. Yeah, no, I wanted to see the detailing around the side. Oh, look at that.
Little Mexican number, you know.
Yeah, really nice.
Emi Buendia can spice up a game, and we need to see more of that. Luton cross the ball into the box. They've headed it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. It's narrowly missed. The referee waves off another penalty shout from Luton, by the way.
Yeah, we're lucky not to be 4-1 down here. It's just wide. I'm just going to watch this back. It's a strike from, I think, Colin. Does that hit an arm? It looks like it hits a Norwich arm.
Does that hit Max's arm?
No, it's hit Hanley's arm.
No.
It did.
No, mate. Mate, his body is there. He can't do anything about that there. Yeah, mate, okay. That's fraud from you. Don't you dare say that should have been a penalty.
I feel a little bit better that they were given that first one now, because I've seen them ones given. Luton will whip a corner into the box. Cleared well by Norwich City.
Bloody hell. Christ, mate, we're really under the cosh here.
Yeah,
really.
Luton are looking good.
Yeah, they are. They are. There's no other way to describe it. You know, Norwich City completely pinned back, short of creativity, despite the fact we've got Emi Buendia on the pitch. Not seen enough of him tonight. A lot was made of Emi Buendia coming back into the side, but he's not had enough of the ball. The team haven't been sculpted to play it into Emi Buendia. It's been very obvious to me, Jack, that Emi Buendia, you know, he's just not been instrumental tonight. And for me, just like when Wes Hoolahan used to play for Norwich, just give it to Emi. Just give it to Wes, you know. And tonight, when you haven't got Timu Pukki up top, you got to be feeding Emi more, and we've not.
Yeah, and I think, you know, a few people made the comment at half time, didn't they, that Steepman's dropping really deep. And what I was impressed about Steepman's performance against Coventry was he carried out the role really well, and he held up the ball. Poeta down the left hand side. Oh, why is he shooting there?
No.
That's a good It's moments like that with Poeta where he just needs a bit more maturity. Like there's a clear pass into the feet of Steepman there, and he goes for the shot. I think
praying to God, cross the ball properly, mate.
I think Poeta 2 years down the line pulls it back to Steepman.
Can't wait 2 years. we can't wait 2 years.
Yeah, I agree. Poeta is frustrating. He is frustrating. Right, let me try and find some positives from this game.
Not positive, is it? I tell you what is positive though. Underrated Gamer is starting the Norwich City chants in the comments section. We absolutely love to see that.
Who have we got on the bench? Dixon Peters? What's he like? Ever seen him play football?
I heard he's Norwich's answer to Pele, mate.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Let's get him on. Let's get him on. Oakley Rivers need young lads to make an impact off the bench. Well, that's all we've got on the bench. So hopefully they'll do something. Let's not forget, though, there's half an hour left in this game. Luton are throwing everything at it. I'm clutching at straws to hope that they might lose this kind of energy. They've all guns, all something blazing.
Guns, Jack.
All guns blazing. There we go. And hopefully they've got their goal. They might sit back a little bit now. But
Riri Thomas, good Lord, make some subs. Jack, are you putting on substitutions now?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Surely marry Vrancic for PP for me.
That's unlucky.
Oh,
go on. Go on, Ted.
Go on, mate. You absolute animal. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Okay. Loads of people saying get the youth on. Come on, Yellows, freshen up with the youth masterclass. We have only got youth on the bench, so if there's going to be a sub, you're going to get what you wanted, basically.
We need a bit of luck. To be honest with you, we need a serious bit of luck to get anything out of this game. Now, I've got to be honest with you, Jack. You know, we're really struggling to build anything at the moment.
Yeah, talk source. Pohetta's Pace has been the only player that has looked like scoring since Pukki got injured, won the penalty against Coventry and tonight. Yeah, I think he's been a threat, and he has. You know, I guess he's got 2 assists in a sense. You know, with the penalties that he's won, but there's still a bit of immaturity with his decision making, I think.
Yeah, no, agreed. Right, here we go, Jack, mate. I've an important question, lads. What's your go-to meal deal? I'm going to really disappoint you, Jack.
This feels like we're on the podcast. This is brilliant.
Oh, dear. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Anyway, back to meal deals. Jack, what's your go-to meal deal?
Okay. Mine... are we just saying just a standard supermarket? Yeah,
I know exactly. I know where you're at. So whatever you say now is go on. What's your meal deal?
I got a meal deal the other day actually. So I would go.
Do you really?
I'm in Tesco's, right? Was it £3 for a meal deal in there? I'm gonna go for a hoisin duck wrap.
You reek of a hoisin duck wrap.
I'm gonna go for the Serene malt loaf.
Oh God, mate, you are joking me.
No, I love that.
Loaf.
Yeah, the Serene malt loaf.
In a meal deal, you're picking up the malt loaf and going, happy days.
Yeah, you get 2 slices in them.
Oh, that's shocking from you.
And drink Tropicana orange juice, smooth.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, I knew you were going to say smooth. You stink.
Well, I don't want bits in it. Every single McGovern, what are you doing?
Oh my sweet Jesus Christ!
Oh no!
God!
Oh. Okay, we're clear.
What are we doing?
No, every time I'm hungover at your house, you always get out the bitty orange juice, and it just doesn't sit well with me. Because
A, you've had too much beer the night before, and B, because there's more. You know, it stores more vitamins in it, mate.
Does it?
Bits is where it's at. Let us know. Are you a smooth kind of guy, or do you prefer the bits in your orange juice?
So that's mine. Hoisin duck wrap, Serene malt loaf, and orange juice.
Mate, I've got no interest. I'm not into.
Well, come on then. What's yours then? If yours is so elite.
No, it's not elite. Well, actually, it is. I'll be very honest with you. I'm not a man of the people. I can't remember the last time I had a meal deal. I'm always picking up the sushi.
Oh yeah, you do actually.
Yeah, you know me, mate. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, you do always get. Chris does always get the.
It's a corner kick to lose.
Although I think the sushi.
Dead France also.
Oh yeah.
Picture.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. You do always get. You can get the sushi as a side, I think, in some meal deals, can't you?
Mate, we're about. I really do think Luton could actually do us here.
Oh my God! I tell you what, Luton are trying to Mickey McGovern here with their distribution. This is proper carnage championship. Ben Tunnel watching. Thanks. Maltloaf equals the GOAT. I completely agree.
Ben Tunnel, the GOAT of the football club, by the way, on that note.
Yeah, Jack, I agree. Chris is swerving it. Okay, so if you were to get a meal deal, I give you £3, right? And I've got a gun to your head, and I say you have to buy a meal deal. What would you get?
What are the choices? Like, genuinely, I have no idea what is.
Right. Okay. So you'll get like a sandwich or a wrap, or maybe like a pasta.
Right.
So
yeah.
That's your main.
I'd go for pasta. It's long-lasting energy. 100%. One of those little pots of pasta. Yeah.
That's what, like a tuna one or chicken?
Yeah, chicken. More protein. 100%.
Okay. So chicken pasta. Then you get like a side. So it's either a crisps or chocolate or a fruit pot or something like that. Or malt loaf.
Whilst you're speaking about fruit pots, one of the Norwich City players is down on the deck and they are not getting up. And I think it's Max Aarons again. Fucking hell. Oh, God, mate. When is this going to end?
What, the watch-along or?
I'm sure that's what 769 of you are thinking. It's Skip that's down. That's very frustrating.
Oh, is it Skip? Is it?
Yeah, it's Skip.
Like Aaron's to me.
Corrected. Anyway, back to the meal deal, mate. Pot of pasta, maybe like Doritos or McCoy's, maybe.
What flavour?
Maybe Sensations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
What drink? I know what drink you're going to say before you even said it. I literally know what you're going to say.
Well, go on then.
Hang on, I'm going to type it in the comments, so don't look.
Okay. Whilst Jack types in the comments what my meal deal drink is. By the way, Skip,
right, it's in the comments, so we've got proof.
Skip's going off very angry, by the way, at the moment. Very angry. Oh no, mate, that's not me. That is.
Well, you're not meant to look at it.
Oh no, mate, zero interest.
Jack
no
agrees. Stinks for Sam Pelly.
No, I quite like the Starbucks cool.
Oh, for God's sake!
Or
you can't have a go at me for an orange juice, and you're coming out with a
water. Mate, you said bloody malt loaf.
Yeah, but he needs to be getting money. You can't have a water or a Starbucks.
Mate, as I say, I'm not a man of the people. I don't get the meal deal. Sorry. Here he is. Reese William, thank you very much. He's chucked in £1.99. Adam Eder, 45 goals, all comps on Football Manager 21. Wow. That's impressive, Reese. Get yourself entered into here he is. It's had the Jackmate blessing. Starbucks is a shout, Chris. Of course it is, because you need a bit of protein. My meal deal tops your meal deal all day long, mate. 100%.
All right, we'll let the people. We'll put it to the people. Jack's meal deal or Chris's meal deal. Get it in the comments. Literally, this game has gone to the toilet.
Yeah,
it really very, very low standard of football at the moment.
And mate, Norwich City can't even bring the ball forwards. It's disappointing. And
look at this from a friend of the channel, Chaz Tats. You get the triple breakfast sandwich, can of Monster, and some Thai sensations. That is a heart attack waiting to happen. I can't remember the last time I had a can of Monster.
Do you know what? Do you know what that stinks of? That stinks of a really sweaty northern away day. That does. 100%. Like you're buying that at Morrow's before you get on Sanders. 100%.
Yeah, and then stinking the bus out with that egg in the sandwich.
Yeah.
You always get one of them who like wax open their nan's lunch box that they've packed to them. And it's like egg and egg and corned beef or something.
I know, and then they end up going to the shitter half an hour when it's gone through them, and the door swings open because it doesn't shut properly,
and then comes out. Sorry, that's broken the flush. Oh, come on!
Do a chorus of. Hey!
That's the one thing I don't miss about away days. Sanders coaches.
Do you remember when we went to corner kick for Norwich City, and it's easily cleared, obviously. Do you remember, Jack?
What's this? I haven't seen this before. John Shorey with a super sticker.
Wow. Hello.
I've never heard of a super sticker, John, but he's thrown $3 in. He's a Luton fan. Thanks, John, the American Luton fan. we welcome all to this, including fans who $3 for 3 Luton goals tonight. Thanks very much, John, for your super sticker.
Jack, I do remember a great memory with you. Manchester United away. Do you remember what happened?
I've never been to Man United away with you.
Oh, maybe it wasn't with you then. Basically, I went to Manchester United away on the old Sanders, as you do.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Here we go.
Go on, Emmy.
Norwich City marching forwards. Emmy Buendia. Give it. Keep it moving. He's pushed it out wide. That's absolutely
Go on, then. We'll have that.
Gives it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Give it.
Win the corner.
Go on. Up and win. Oh!
Oh, that's awful. Yeah. That's not an hole. That's over the bloody stand almost, mate. Anyway, back to the story. I'll get it out in a minute.
Will you? Oh, hey!
Anyway, Manchester United away. And someone that will remain unnamed snuck beers onto the Sanders, as you do, was absolutely piling them in. Like, I've never seen anyone drink so many beers so quickly. He was steaming, right? The toilet on the coach, he went up to the toilet and he went up to the door and he went boom, 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 boom. He couldn't open the door. The door was stuck, right? So he was like, shit, I actually can't go to the toilet here. I'm in trouble, lads, because he really needed a piss, right? So I kid you not, he gets his can of, I think it was Pepsi, drink a bottle of Pepsi. He downs his Pepsi and he gets his meat and two out and he fills up this Pepsi bottle full of piss. And honestly, mate, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. And that's a ball over the top for Norwich City. PP on the wing now.
Oh, PP. That's
speaking of P. PP has just lost the ball.
I'll tell you a little story from Wembley. Actually, the playoff final against Middlesbrough that we won, so memorable. One of my friends, who will also remain nameless, we went to the pub with him pre-match, and you could he'd been on it from very early on, and you could tell he was in
a good place.
A bad place. I think he'd had one too many sherbet dib dabs. And anyway, we go into Wembley and he goes, lads, I'm going to the loo. Like, I don't feel it wasn't me. I don't feel great. And we went, all right, mate, we'll see you in there. And gets around at half time, we get on the concourse and we say, for the sake of this story, has anyone seen Russell? I haven't seen him, mate. Like, bet he was buzzing with that Redmond goal and the Jerome goal. Anyway, have I told you this? Anyway, no one's seen Russell. Get to the end of the game, buzzing. We're back in the Premier League. What a win at Wembley. This is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Let's go see Russell and let's go celebrate with him. Can't find him anywhere. Like, we genuinely don't know where he is. And he was meant to be sitting quite near where me and a few friends were. I went to the game with my mum. Anyway, Russell was in such a state. He'd gone to the loo, right? Sat on the toilet to do his business and fell asleep. And fell asleep for the entirety of the playoff final. Spent 90 quid on a ticket. Such a massive game for Norwich City, and fell asleep. Unbelievable. Josh B, thanks so much. Another Luton fan. Loads of Luton fans. I love Luton fans. Thanks, guys. £2 from Josh. Love the content for years. Luton fan. I've always had a soft spot for Leeds. Don't know why.
Oh, here he is. The
Davey Metcalf.
What an absolute legend this man is. King of Gasway, of course. Sponsors of Talk Norwich City. All the sponsors piling into the comments now. Love to see it. He says, Jack's duck wraps for life. Wow.
Of course, David single-handedly keeping Norfolk warm through this this winter. If you want a boiler, get to Gasway.
Yeah, absolutely. If you need a boiler, get to Gasway. Couldn't agree more. Warmth matters, by the way. Alistair Enifer says, Ranchich on. Good change. I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see that. I've been talking. Right, should we talk? Well, there's nothing to talk about. It's still 3-1.
There's such a good comment. There's such a good comment that I won't put up on screen from AJ Ballard.
Norwich coming forward to Emi Buendia. He'll go wide to Puemas Wapuheta. Puemas progresses into the penalty box. Saying Puemas Wapuheta multiple times. Quite tough. Whipped into the box, no one there.
Shy, mate. We've got to, mate. We're getting the ball into good positions on the edge of the box, but we're deciding to take the pressure off Luton and just push it out wide. Try and pull the trigger, force a corner, force a save, a ricochet. We've seen this time after time.
I'd do a lot to see a Norwich goal right now, just to give us a bit of a, this is a fish and chips without the mushy peas. Like something, it's good. Well, it's not good, but you need a bit of something else. I need the mushy peas here.
Yeah, that's quite the analogy, Jack. I must say. I must say, indeed. Jesus Christ. Oh God!
Welcome to all 764 of you. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Norwich City losing this game 3-1. I think we're still top of the table. Let me know in the comments. Log on to OneFootball. Let us know.
We're riding, honestly, how we're top of the table when we've not got out of gear 3 all season, and we've got how many injuries have we got now?
It's like a whole. It's a whole other team, isn't it?
How was he giving that as a free kick to Luton there? By the way, Emi Buendia just simply jumps up to win the header, and the Luton player falls like a sack of spuds. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. Yeah, I did.
Oh my God! Look at his Bunny Man.
That's decent banter, to be fair, Bunny Man. We'll allow you because you've given us a fiver. We'll allow you. Pleased to entertain you. Welcome.
I'll tell you what. It could be. Oh no, it's offside. Bunny Man. Thanks to all the Luton fans watching. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers. Oh God, mate, we're completely lifeless. Why has Daniel Farke not put fresh legs on?
Well, he has, Mario Vrancic.
Yeah, but more like it's not.
Right, okay, we're building something. Oliver skipped down the right. He'll go into Puem as well. Pohetu, who's once again lively. That will dribble out for a goal kick.
It's too bloody hard. Oh God, this is going to be one of those frustrating ones, mate.
Am I right in saying that we can clubs can make 5 subs now, or is that something implemented later on in this season?
I think we voted for it, didn't we? Here we go. Mystic Manson, he wants to bring back Harry Kane. He says, get Harry Kane on. Well, he did shit against Luton last time for Norwich, mate.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we lost 1-0 to them, didn't we, in the cup?
Oakley Rivers, my man. Nothing beats mushy peas from Yarmouth Market. Spot on, Oakley. Spot on.
He's done that for a shout out, 100%.
Yeah, well, even if he has, he's sending a positive message out there. This game is genuinely, if anyone's paid a tenner for this.
Huge shout. Sid T, Fark out, Jack Mate in. Jack Mate, if you're watching, would you take the management position at Norwich City Football Club? Let us know. Bloody hell, mate.
Christopher Rayner saying Dixon Peters is the new Cruyff. Cole Payne, this is a frustrating game. Shall I watch I'm a Celebrity and TNC?
Yes.
Do you watch I'm a Celeb, Chris?
Yeah, I tell you what, the missus loves it. To be fair, I do. To be fair, I do enjoy it. Although that challenge they had, I think it was last night with the thing where they're strapped to it and they go in the what is it? The gunk, I'm going to call it.
Yeah,
that's not some of me.
What would you be like with the eating challenges?
I think I'd be all right with and Luton have kicked the ball out. It's a corner for Norwich City in the 76th minute. Is there going to be a last hurrah for Norwich City?
Watching this second half feels like a Bush Tucker trial, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really
does.
I
feel like we're winning stars for the audience.
It does. Michael
Buendia to whip the ball in. It's headed by a Norwich player, but it's not going to go anywhere.
Michael Hoffer, of course, of Hoffer and Webb. As you can see below, the best legal company in America without a shadow of a doubt. He says, my yearly subscription to iFollow, money well spent on games like this. I sense some sarcasm, but Michael, you've got the money, mate.
But what is money well spent, Michael, is your sponsorship to TNC. I mean, that's value.
He knows. That stinks of value. It really does. Bloody hell, this is
Come on, Norwich. Go on. Just do something. Come on.
Mate, there's no flow to this game. Actually, to be fair, they've picked themselves up there. Nice little run. Go on, get the ball in the mixer. Oh, no, it's a corner. Tried to win a penalty there, though, by the way. Maxi Aarons is, of course, been tasked to try and do that more at the moment.
On the left?
Christopher Rayner reckons we're the Norfolk Hampton deck, mate.
Well, that's definitely a compliment.
Is it?
Yeah, Ant and Deck, mate. They're icons, aren't they?
They're top boys, to be fair. Big up Ant and Deck. Right, fucking hell. I
Go
really
on,
want
whip the ball in. It is whipped in. It's punched away by the Luton goalkeeper. He's already given one penalty away this game. 78 minutes on the clock. If you're looking for a time check, Marco Stiepen out of position on the left-hand side. He'll whip across in. It's a nice cross. It's headed by Grant Hanley straight at the goalkeeper.
Fucking hell. Shady NCFC. What has happened to Fark? I thought he had faith in the youngsters. We have promising ones on the bench. Come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have changed something. I would argue that I wouldn't say it's Farker's fault. This, I mean, the team that we've got fit is not ideal, and it's been really, really low quality. In the second half, as the Luton goalkeeper's on an absolute mad one, he's giving it away.
Oh, for fucking hell, Norwich! All we had to
shoot.
Oh my God!
Come on, Martin.
Pull the bloody trigger. Oh, my God.
Luton's keeper just got bored then and went on one, a little wander. Go on, Wendy. Oh.
Luton's keeper is clearly poor. And it's so frustrating that we've not managed to get a shot. By the way, have we had a shot in the second half? Genuine question. Have we had a shot in the second half? Let me know in the comments if you remember us having a shot.
Oh, now Buendia's gone down. Oh, no.
He wants off as well. He's signalling to the bench as well.
Not Buendia injured. Oh, God.
Shitting hell.
I think he's all right. No, I don't know if he is, actually.
He wants off. He can feel his ankle.
Oh, no. He's got the look of a player. When a player knows, they just know their body, don't they? And
not good indeed.
He's up on his feet.
Mike Manson.
Why is Zimmerman coming on?
Why not, mate? Put him on.
3-1 down.
Hey, why not? Put him on up top. Put him on up top. That's what I say. Mike Manson with a hilarious comment that I can't put out on the screen at the moment.
Well, Buendia's walking, but why is Zimmerman coming on?
Mate, why not?
Anymore.
Mate, why not? Get Christoph Zimmerman up top for the last few minutes. Why the hell not? Maybe he is.
Zimmerman's on. Who's going off?
No idea, but he's high-fived the Luton midfielder on the way in.
Mitch Carter, 5 attempts, 2 off target, 3 off target. There was that point earlier in the season when we were having 25 shots a game.
It's piss poor, mate.
Yeah, but I don't know. We haven't got the ideal team out, have we? Buendia has gone off. Does that mean he's injured?
Striker, says Josh. Not sure if that's true or not. Let us know if that is true.
Nice ball forwards given away.
Nah.
Oh, go on. Stieperman.
Oh,
Buendia's gone off. I really hope that isn't an injury.
Oh, mate. Game over, by the way. There's no way.
10 minutes left.
No way.
We've now got 5 defenders on the pitch.
We're lifeless, mate. We're completely lifeless.
Oh my God.
Completely lifeless. Sean Dickerson, Steepman has been poor. Jack, what do you reckon to Steepman's performance?
Well, he's not a striker. He's not as good as he was at the weekend. I think the performance against Coventry, although, it's basically the same team as tonight with Buendia. Luton are better than Coventry. I think we knew that going into this game, but I think
not that better though. Christ.
No, not loads better, but I think at least the performance against Coventry, there was a clear system, and we were trying to play a certain way. Tonight, we just even that goal. I mean, it's just had no flow to it. And
who's that there? No, honestly, who's that there? Is that Skip? Even Skip's not been at his best today. And that surprises me. It's been poor all round.
Good to see Jack putting some optimism in. You're going up regardless. Are we still top, people? Let us know if we're still top.
Yeah, that'll do.
Ashley Bootle, Luton made us look silly in pre-season. Yeah, great point.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe Luton's just one of our bogey sides. That happens. We lost to him in the FA Cup all them years ago. Anderson's just writing this one off. Anderson, it's not over yet. We've still got 9 minutes to concede another. Well, no, tell you what.
How has he missed it?
Poeta.
Stop praying, start delivering. Mate, how many... Oh... Mate, he's got to get...
Why do they keep cutting to highlights? It's going to go in!
Oh, my God. It's going to go in. Oh, no, it's offside.
Why do they keep cutting to ad breaks? Literally when players are shooting.
Mate, there's a reason why these watch-alongs are watched by so many people. I follow is a steaming pile of shite.
Just watch this back. It was... Who's hit this one? Zimmerman with the strike. And it's gone in off Sorensen. Yeah, I think he was about 7 yards off. But I really wish they'd stop going with these stupid cutaways.
By the way, Oakley Rivers is doing our work for us. He says, let's talk about something more positive. One Football is a sensational app with impeccably precise statistics and a wonderful written articles to satisfy your needs. Hashtag ad. Yeah, Oakley, just come on. Just take my place, will you? Do the next watch along, mate. Cheers for that. Really, indeed. Wow. It's me, James E. Free Switzerland's finest DJ. I mean, DJ, artist, whatever it is. Certainly not a footballer, that's for sure.
Oh my God, that's an awful challenge by Zimmerman.
Fucking hell, what is he playing at? He's just on.
I tell you what, like the three substitute appearances that Zimmerman's had, conceded twice against Stoke, conceded a late goal against Coventry, and that's an awful challenge.
He's not helping himself.
Timu is injured, Jack. Yeah, he should be back next week.
I've just seen
Peters is coming on. Right, there is hope still.
No, it's a motto, mate. It's not Dixon Peters.
Oh, sorry, I thought that said Dixon. I can't read. It's probably because my quality is so low.
Big moment for this young lad, mate. Big moment. If I really hope he can put one in the back of the net. It'd be class if he does. Absolutely class. Let's get one back, for God's sake.
Let's get three back.
Winning. Yeah, let's win it.
Okay, Watford, Forest 0-0 for now, which still leaves us top. I tell you what, if we can get through...
Oh, my God. Norwich City's defending is absolutely woeful. Marco Stigman there. Get your head in the game. Oh, God.
We're still top, and if we can get through this injury patch, still being top, you have to deem that as a massive achievement.
Yeah, but Jack, come on. The last two performances, come on.
Chris, we've got like 12 injuries.
Yeah, but come on. Come on. You said to me, I will not accept mediocrity this season. And
but with a fully fit squad.
Don't surrender to injuries, mate. Our squad is... No. You said at the start of the season...
Oh, my God.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ. Oh, well done.
Luton have had it in the back of the net there. It's deemed as a foul on McGovern. I tell you what, he gets away with them, McGovern.
Jack,
that's not a foul.
Jack, at the start of the season, one of the things that we praised, both of us, was we had a massive squad, and where there needs to be some responsibility and accountability taken, and I'm sure he knows, we sent players off on their way. Go out on loan, go and play some football. I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but you I still think this Norwich City team should be getting something out of this game tonight. Don't bend over backwards and just blame injuries, mate. Like, I know injuries are playing an important part in us not performing our best, but I still have got faith in this Norwich team to do better than they are at the moment, regardless of injuries. Yeah,
no, I do kind of agree. I get where you're coming from. This performance has been poor. Who's that injured now? Every time someone goes down, I just don't say Gibson's injured.
Oh, it's not Gibson. Oh God, no. Oh Jesus, no.
He's all right. He basically just hit the advertising boards very hard. Oh, a Watford winning.
Shit.
He's okay. Yeah, Jack's just said Saar with a screamer. I hope you're lying, Jack. Can someone confirm if Watford are winning? Because that wouldn't be good news.
Off the top, if so.
Okay. Apparently it's still 0-0.
Do you know what does annoy me?
Jack, that deserves a donation if you've had us on there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, get your money out for that.
Come on, get the Spotify money out.
Bloody hell.
What were you going to say?
I've forgotten now. Jack trying to raise the mood. Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah.
Trying to raise the mood with what?
Yeah, more like put us into clinical depression.
Oh, my goodness. Come on, Norwich. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Norwich in the box. Nice little flick.
What the fuck?
Just hasn't.
What's he doing there? Stick to the basics.
Hasn't, what am I looking for?
I just want to see us punt the ball towards the goalkeeper. That's all I want. Just stop fart-arsing, fanning around with the ball and start putting a shot on target. There's a complete lack of communication from Marco Steedman with the rest of that midfield. I can see it from here. With a pixelated screen, half a lamp, and I follow.
I think you need to get the light up hat back out for next game, mate, because I tell you what, that Russian hat's brought no luck whatsoever tonight.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't, to be fair. Maybe there'll be another hat rotation. Who knows? Who knows?
This second half's been woeful.
Mate,
really woeful. The first half wasn't terrible.
No,
this second half has been terrible.
From a Norwich City point of view, the whole game has been a shower of shite. There's no, you can't put lipstick on a pig here, Jack. This has been poor. You can polish a turd, but you can't polish diarrhea. And Norwich City tonight have just been diarrhea from the first minute to the last. And we get a penalty, but apart from that, when have we really looked like the better side? When have we really looked like scoring? We haven't.
No, certainly second half. I mean, it's 3 shots on target all game. That's not ideal, and I think going forwards, we've looked blunted, and when you concede 3 goals, he's got a really sad go forward again here. Good save, Michael McGovern.
Yeah, if you want to call it that.
Susanna George, do you think the lad's confidence is dented by the injuries? I assume that Susanna's home from Waitrose. I don't know, Susanna. I think what injuries do give is an opportunity for other players.
I don't think they are, to be honest with you. I don't think they are.
I just think we look knackered as well. We do look tired, and I think when you're playing the sheer amount of football that we are at the moment,
mate, you're making a hell of a lot of excuses for this Norwich side. You've gone from last week saying how our fitness is the best, with this, with that, with we're the best thing since sliced bread, and now you've actually said that our best trait as a team is our worst one.
Yeah, I'm sounding like a politician who's got one of his issues wrong, haven't I? I don't know. I'm just trying to say. Maybe it's the floodlights. Maybe they can't see properly.
You know what I will say, though, and people can hold me to account for this. I really hope after this people don't lose the plot on social media, because do you know what really pisses me off? The Norwich Facebook fan forums after we lose a game. It's like the world's ending. Like we're still top of the
world's ending.
You what?
You sound like the world's ending.
Well,
Right, corner. There's 3 minutes left of this game. Tell you what, if this ends 3-3, it'd be brilliant. Don't think it is, though.
There is no way this game is ending 3-3.
Well,
There's no way.
I've seen stranger things happen in my time.
I haven't. Max Aaron's.
Come on, let's just do something.
By the way, all that oohing was we just got the ball in their box.
Yeah, basically. It was a nice ball from Pochetta. I thought Omatoye was going to get on the end of it. He nearly did. His smart goalkeeping. From the Luton goalkeeper.
Very bad. We've been so bad.
Yeah, the second half's been woeful.
We've been really bad. We both sighed together then.
Love that. Love this from Michael. Never will do that. One bad game. All runs come to an end. Shake it off. Come back stronger. Don't relent. I love that.
Don't relent. Oh, that's so American. I love that from you, Mike.
I think that's true. We were 10 games unbeaten. We lose tonight. Fine. The run ends, and then we go on another 10-game unbeaten run. And by March, we'll have won the league. Dealey will be on the open top bus. Norwich will be sunny. We'll all be vaccinated. We'll be good to go. And we'll be watching Premier League football and VAR ruining our lives next season. Massive thank you to Den with the... Unfortunately, he's either a Luton fan with that smile or the profile picture's just expired slightly because I doubt he's got a smile like that anymore. 10 games unbeaten, it was bound to happen. That guy then, as Hoffer said, all runs do come.
Grant Hanley's playing right wing at the moment, and he's just tried to. Oh, he's won a corner. He's won a corner. Grant Hanley playing right wing. Goodness gracious me.
The only thing that would have made tonight worse is if we were wearing that blue kit.
Mate, I wouldn't have. I honestly would have not even done. Seriously, I despise that blue and white kit. It's the worst thing. It's the worst thing. This kit is amazing. That blue and white kit is the worst thing the club have done in years in terms of their kits. It really is.
Okay, positive. Watford have drawn, so we will still remain top of the league. But Bournemouth lost last night. It's going to be whipped in.
Oh no! We're trying all these fancy flicks and stuff. Just try and get a bloody touch on it.
What have you thought of Poeta tonight, Chris?
Yeah, look. You know what? He's actually been our best player on the pitch.
Yeah, that's not hard though, is it?
But yeah, I mean that's because he wins the penalty. Apart from that, I can't pick another player out that's gone. Yeah, that's a brilliant performance tonight. Max Aarons with the ball on the edge of the box at the moment. He feeds it out wide to Mari Vrancic, which is the ball into the box. Goalkeeper collects it. It's way too easy.
A few people asking for timestamps. 95th minute, basically. The game's done. The game's done.
Yeah.
Well, let's get our one-word reviews in early doors because this scoreline isn't changing, I'm afraid. Straight in there from Glenn. Pathetic. Wow. Strong.
You know what, though? Glenn's right. Completely right.
Just got my one football notification. Final score, Norwich have lost this evening 3-1 to Luton Town. Thanks to Archie. That's cheered me up. Not the result we wanted today, lads, but great watch along. Keep it up. I did say 3-1, but to Norwich. Look, Archie, you put 3-1. And by that, the home side was the goal scorer. So thank you for the super chat and well done for getting the score prediction correct.
Dog says worst performance of the season. Seb Adams says spineless. Carl is reminding us we are top.
Yeah. Bit of perspective from Carl. I like that from Carl.
Jonathan Wood says lackluster. Riri Thomas also copies him and says lackluster. Cameron Brown just puts lost. Yeah, you're completely right there. Michael Hoffer, incoherent wherever he is. Sorry, I've lost your comment, Michael. There's so many coming in now. Thank you so much for your comments. Always appreciate it. It's been pretty crap, hasn't it? Let's be honest. It's been pretty crap tonight. Norwich City never really looked like we never looked like the aggressor in that performance. We never looked like we were going to score, to be honest with you, apart from PP winning that penalty.
Farker's really unhappy. He's gone straight to the referee.
Who has? Farker. I don't. Well, what has he got to play? Maybe he's complaining about Luton's. Maybe I don't know, but
I didn't see any decisions in there. Their penalty was debatable, but even if the scoreline would have stayed, without that penalty, they would have still.
Daniel Farker can't do. I don't think Daniel Farker could have done anything more tonight, considering what he had on the bench. So I'm not blaming Daniel Farker. I think the players have got to look themselves in the mirror tonight. I don't think any of them, even PP, who I've said was my man of the match, he probably put in maybe a 6 out of 10 performance, which says just how poor the lads were tonight.
Yeah, and I think Luton were good. Just a quick thank you to OneFootball. Last call for them tonight. The link is in the description if you want to download the OneFootball app. It is genuinely really good. I've used it for years, and they've kindly got on board with these watch-alongs. You can find all the latest. I doubt you'll want to look at tonight's game back on there, but
looking at the table, we're still top.
Yeah, no, that's true. You can look at the championship table on there. So big thanks to OneFootball for sponsoring the stream. Link in the description. Tonight's game has ended Luton 3, Norwich 1. Thanks to Susanna George, £5. Shame about the result, but we live to fight another day. Just thanks for another fab watch along. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Jack. Susanna, thank you so much. It is my birthday tomorrow, which makes me 4 years older than some of the players in the Norwich team tonight. Incredibly old.
We've got the Jack Mate blessing. He says, great stream, lads. Look, when you've got a YouTuber that's got over 1 million subs dropping comments in like that, Norwich City fans, that this is the #1 place to be.
And we're catching Jack, by the way. We've gained 200 subscribers in a week. We're only 980,000 subscribers behind Jack. So watch your tail, mate.
Yeah, I agree. He needs to be worried, that boy. He really does. And Jack, one of the things I want to turn, we will talk about that performance maybe in a bit more detail in a minute. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's not fucking bother. Let's move on to the next 2 games. Norwich have next got Sheffield Wednesday at home.
Yeah.
And Nottingham Forest at home.
Wednesday, is that midweek or?
No, Sheffield Wednesday is on Saturday at 3:00, and then we are playing Forest midweek on the Wednesday at 7:45. Regardless of injuries, those are 2 games at home I would expect to be getting maximum points from.
Yeah,
both of those games, your nose is in front. We can stay top of the league still. Yeah. So yes, we really fucked it up tonight. We were poor tonight, but we've rested on our laurels. We've got a bit of early luck, and good teams make their own luck. These things happened. It swings in roundabouts. We didn't get a lot of luck last season in the Premier League. Perhaps this time we're going to get lucky in the Championship. We're still top of the league. We go into 2 home games in a row now. Sheffield Wednesday, of course, recently sacking their manager. Minus points difference. That's got to be a game. To be honest with you, Jack, that's the best game for Norwich City to get next. That's the best game for Norwich City to get next. So that's great. And then Nottingham Forest, of course, under the inspiring Chris Hughton, should be a team that Norwich City should get a win against.
Yeah, and you've also got the added extra of Pukki hopefully being back for then, which is massive. I thought we looked really poor going forwards tonight. And let's not forget, we've scored twice in the last 2 games, none of them from open play. So that has looked at. We miss Pukki's movement. Not only do we miss his finishing, we miss his movement. And you, even when Buendia's on the pitch, there's nothing ahead of him without Pukki on the pitch. So that's frustrating. But as a lot of people are saying, we have to keep perspective here, and we are still top of the table. Watford are struggling to score goals. Bournemouth are hot and cold. You never quite know what you're getting from Bournemouth. Swansea, I think, have lost tonight. I'm sure the people will let us know in the comment section. So to get through 2 games in which we've had a really, really depleted squad and still be top, you have to take that as a positive. The performance tonight was poor. We can't get away from that. But we were 10 unbeaten going into tonight. You are going to slip up at some point, and unfortunately, it's come against Luton. I also want to say, I thought Luton were good tonight. I thought they pressed the ball well. I thought they took their chances. I thought they defended really well. And they just looked a threat at most of the game, which not many Championship sides have done this season. So take tonight with a pinch of salt. I think, you kind of almost sketch through the form line on this one, because, a lot of players are out, and I don't want to make excuses, because there were elements of tonight, regardless of injuries, where we didn't look at the races. But I'm gonna say, just for my own sanity, it's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It does feel like you are creeping into what you said you wouldn't do, though, Jack. Just giving you some honest feedback. You said, I'm not going to accept mediocrity. Yeah. In the last 2 games, but you cannot deny it's been mediocre at best.
Yes, with the injuries, but it's a very different side, and I don't have enough of a sample size to, I haven't been saying, we were winning games easily before these injuries, right?
Were we?
Yeah, we were and we were 10 unbeaten going into tonight.
I don't think we were winning games easily.
We were winning games. We were performing well.
Yes, we were winning games. Yeah.
So I don't think it's unfair of me to cut Norwich a bit of slack tonight. I don't think I'm making excuses. I think I'm cutting some slack. I think
I agree.
This is the equivalent of going into work on a serious hangover. You want your boss to cut you a bit of slack, right?
Yeah, if it's a one-off. But we've now rocked up to work twice with a hangover. And I tell you what, if we don't get a result against Sheffield Wednesday, that's you turning up to work still stinking a beer from the night before. That's got to be a written warning.
Well, I think if we're drawing comparisons to the workplace, this is the equivalent of turning up to the building site with a broken leg. And I think you'd be allowed a bit of slack with that. We've got a lot of injuries, right?
Well, you wouldn't be at work.
And Norwich haven't been at work, have they?
Oh God, no, I know.
Chase with a good point. We missed Roop. I agree. I think we lost the midfield battles.
Whoa!
I know.
The press, Jack Reed.
I'm here all the time. I'm maturing.
Wow. Yeah, look, I think Colin Rogers again, Mr. Sensible, always drops in the great comments. He says, "Regroup. Fark has got his work cut out." Yeah, I agree. And someone else said as well, G. Bradford. Yeah, I agree. You know, I think we are short of options. That's very evident. But and there was a comment here from Fred Snell earlier on, which I can't find anymore. No, here we go. And what he's saying is saying, well, actually, let's just play players in their positions, right? And even if that means we've got to field a youngster that's a striker and play Marco in his position. And, you know, I think Fred, if I think potentially if we are, I don't really know, like half of me says yes to that, but then the other half of me says the Championship is so unforgiving. And there is an element of, if we can try and defend from the front, but to be fair, Marco Steedman didn't do that tonight. So
yeah, I think you know, you want to give Steedman a chance, because I thought he was okay against Coventry, but I agree, maybe tonight was suited to a bit of a pacier, snappier, actual striker.
Do you know what, Jack? I'm you know, this is a big shout, but I'm actually going to submit a formal complaint to the FA and to the league.
What for?
Because that game needs to be chalked off tonight because it wasn't lit properly.
It was dark,
mate. It was not lit properly, and at the end of the day, you know, if the game's not lit properly, then how can you count that as a result? You know,
spot on.
Right,
I've just had an injury list sent through. Right, this is a bit more perspective, and Chris will probably say I'm making excuses. Oliver Hill, great to have you in the WhatsApp chat. Oliver Hill Coaching, down there, best coaching company in the whole of Norfolk. Injured: Kieran Dow, Onel Hernandez, Timu Puki, Todd Cantwell, Javi Quintilla, Lucas Roop, Tim Krul, Jordan Hugill, Adam Eder. That is literally a whole squad, and a good squad.
Yeah.
So they're all injured. Have a bit of perspective. Right, Chris, I feel like we're going down a negative spiral, and I don't want to make this negative. Loads of positivity in the comments, actually. So thanks for that. We'll be back again very soon for another watch along. I'm another year older tomorrow, so I'm going to be back with, you know, a few more grey hairs, a couple more wrinkles, maybe some new slippers if I'm lucky. These are the current.
Hopefully, because they're dreadful.
Mate, that's harsh. We saw your hat tonight, right? So let's not come in here with the fashion statements. Great to have you all along tonight. Thanks for the donations.
So good.
Thanks for the love. Look,
So
you win some, you lose some. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Any final words, Chris?
Top of the league. Having a laugh.
We are having a laugh.
We are. That's one way to put it. Thank you so much for all your support tonight, guys. Really enjoy. If you enjoy these watch-alongs, give us a tweet at Talk Norwich City. We always appreciate your kind feedback and your support on social media. And don't forget that this weekend we're dropping yet another brilliant TNC podcast. Again, another guest that's going to open up to us like they won't to anyone else. And it's going to be brilliant. We've got a brilliant player, real high caliber, someone that's achieved something massive in football. So be sure not to miss that. I suspect that's probably going to be out on Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday. So stick around. Make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And yeah, just a massive thanks for everyone again for joining us tonight. It's been another. It's been a bit miserable, this watch along, isn't it? But at least we've had to suffer together rather than being on our own, bored as hell.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to watch that game on my own on iFollow, mainly because like all of the big chances we didn't actually see on iFollow because they were cutting away to like some highlight or ad break. But there we go.
Oh, Jack, we've hit fame at last. Stephen Lister, by the way, absolutely amazing designer.
Yeah.
He says, you guys just got mentioned on Canary Call, did we?
God, I hope it was a good reason.
Yeah, I do. I think a lot of people, yeah. I hope it was good. Let us know.
I'm sure it was. Thanks all for watching. We're rambling. Really appreciate the love. We're still top of the league. We are still top of the league, and we're into December. We're about, what are we, nearly halfway through the season. Thanks all for watching. We'll see you all again very soon. Hit subscribe. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.